kaisa para sa patuloy na paglago at pag-unlad ng ekonomiya ng rehiyon ay hindi maaaring ipagsawalang bahala. Sa malaking populasyon at mga mapagkukunang yaman, ang ASEAN ay may potensyal na maging isang pandaigdigang pang-ekonomiyang planta ng elektrisidad. Sa kabuuan, ang ASEAN ay ang pampitong may pinakamalaking ekonomiya sa mundo. Gayunman, ang mga pagkakaiba sa kabuuan ng member nations at kahit na sa loob ng mga member nations ay sadyang makabuluhan.
While individual countries have to contend with such ethnic and even religious-inspired conflict, the region is facing another serious problem, the scourge of terrorism. It is threatening to shatter the fragile coexistence and efforts for the unity of religions in ASEAN.
Ang nakaraang pambobomba sa Central Jakarta pati na rin sa pagkakatuklas sa mga training camps at cell groups ng mga terorista sa iba't ibang lugar sa rehiyon ay nagdulot ng pangamba sa ASEAN. Gayunpaman, ang pagpunta ng sama-sama ng mga residente ng kapital ng Indonesia bilang pagtugon sa pambobomba ay nagbigay diin sa kahalagahan ng relihiyosong pagkakaisa at masarap na pagsasabahan bilang mga tao sa lahat ng aspeto na nagpapahayag ng pagsuporta at pagkakaroon ng katatagan sa isa't isa. Ang tawag para sa pagkakaisa sa buong lahi at linya ng mga relihiyon ay unti-unti pang dinidinig.
That incident happened in Paris can happen anywhere in the world. So we have to be really careful that we try to treat others as brothers and sisters and do not discriminate anyone. People, the leader should teach their followers really to build this nation as one lovable and as brothers and sisters, as one family. So that's important.
Clearly, interfaith dialogue is one of the many pillars that we can put in place to ensure peace in this region. I cannot, and without being presumptuous, say what other things we could do, but certainly interfaith dialogue is definitely one of the pillars that is required to ensure that we have peace in this region.
While cooperation and dialogue between leaders of society are essential to set the tone for racial and religious harmony, ordinary citizens can also do their part. The integration of all segments of society in the common spaces is perhaps key to lasting peace and harmony in the region. After the break, we look at the reason why Singapore, one of the most religious diverse countries in the world, does not take peace for granted.
I'd like to invite everybody to watch PTV 4 and listen to Radyo ng Pilipino. Alam mo, maraming issues at maraming reklamo ang Pilipino. Sabi nila, yung iba, gusto nilang makinig sa akin at sasagutin ko. Further education. At gusto lang nilang malaman kung ano yung katotohanan. Only the truth because hindi ho amin to. It's owned by people. You deserve nothing but the truth. Yan ang pangako.
Sa totoo lang, kasama si Erwin Tulfo.
I promise you that totoo ito lahat, walang drama, walang intriga.
On the occasion of ASEAN's 50th founding anniversary, I would like to convey the best wishes of my government and the people of Brunei Darussalam to all ASEAN member states. Assalamu alaikum.
ក្នុងទិវាដ៏វិសេសវិសាលនេះតាំងនាមឲ្យប្រជាពលរដ្ឋកម្ពុជាទូទាំងប្រទេសនិងក្នុងនាមខ្លួនខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់ខ្ញុំសូមចូលរួមអបអរសាទរខួបទី50នៃការបង្កើតសហគមន៍អាស៊ាន និងសូមជូនពរប្រជាពលរដ្ឋអាស៊ានទាំង630លាននាក់សូមទទួលបានជោគជ័យដូចគ្នាជ័យយូអាស៊ាន
Saya, Joko Widodo, Presiden Republik Indonesia, mengucapkan selamat ulang tahun ASEAN ke-50. Bersama Indonesia, ASEAN kuat. Bersama ASEAN, Indonesia maju.
ในโอกาสสำคัญนี้ข้าพเจ้าขอเชิญชวนบรรดาทานประชาชนอาเซียนทั้งอยู่ภายในอาเซียนและมิตรเพื่อนมิตรนอกภาคพื้นทั้งหลายจงพร้อมกันเฉลิมฉลองวันครบรอบ50 ปีแห่งการสร้างตั้งอาเซียนอย่างเบิกบานมวลซื่นและเต็มไปด้วยความทะนงใจสบายดีอาเซียน
Sesungguhnya komited ingin melihat rakyat Malaysia berbangga untuk mengakui bahawa diri mereka adalah warga ASEAN. Selamat menyambut.
ASEAN ဖွဲ့ကြီးရဲ့နှစ်90ပြည့်နှစ်ပတ်လည်နေ့မှာအခုလိုနှုတ်ဆက်စကားပြောကြားခွင့်ရတဲ့အတွက်အထူးပဲဝမ်းမြောက်ဂုဏ်ယူမိပါတယ်။ ASEAN ပြည်သူများအားလုံးပျော်ရွှင်ချမ်းမြေ့ကြပါစေ။မင်္ဂလာပါ ASEAN
The Philippines is truly blessed to chair ASEAN on its milestone year, the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the establishment of a regional association. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang ASEAN.
For 50 years, ASEAN has fostered peace and stability in the region. This enabled ASEAN countries to focus on development and uplift the people's lives. May ASEAN continue to thrive and shine in the world. Happy 50th birthday, ASEAN.
จากสมาคมที่มีสมาชิก 5 ประเทศมาถึงวันนี้อาเซียนได้ก้าวสู่การเป็นประชาคมที่แข็งแกร่งด้วยสมาชิก 10 ชาติอาเซียนจึงมีทั้งอดีตที่น่าจดจำปัจจุบันที่เข้มแข็งและก้าวสู่อนาคตที่มั่นคงเพื่อประชาชนทุกคนในภูมิภาคนี้ซึ่งเป็นพลังอันสำคัญในการขับเคลื่อนอย่างมีศักยภาพของพวกเราสวัสดีอาเซียน
Nhân dịp lễ kỷ niệm vàng ASEAN, xin chúc tất cả chúng ta, các nước thành viên và các công dân cộng đồng ASEAN tiến bước mạnh mẽ trên con đường xây dựng cộng đồng đoàn kết ngày càng phát triển vì hòa bình và thịnh vượng. Xin chào ASEAN.
Ngayon ay 2016 at ang Multicultural Singapore ay pinagdiriwang bilang isang kultural na kanlungan mayaman sa kulturang Chinese, Malay, Indian at marami pang ibang kultural na tradisyon. Maaari itong maging mala-etniko, mala-kultura at mala-relihiyosong pagkakaiba-iba. Ang kayamanan ng kultura ng bawat isa sa mga tatlong pangunahing mga grupo ng etniko ay maliwanag sa maraming bahagi ng isla. Ang mga moske, mga templo at mga simbahan ay matatagpuan sa buong lungsod-estado. Ang ilan pa sa mga ito binuo sa tabi mismo ng pinto ng bawat isa. Ang mga tao ng iba't ibang mga komunidad ay naninirahan at nakikipag-ugnayan ng malapit sa bawat isa.
The secret sauces are neighborhoods, the composition of the neighborhoods, and the way the neighborhoods are designed so as to maximize interaction and give us the best chance of achieving an integrated society. Give us the best chance. They're designed for that purpose.
So in this multiculturalism which we enjoy, there's a big difference for Singapore. We don't just allow ethnic communities just to coexist side by side, live and let live, but we do the integrationist type of multiculturalism. That means the state is very conscious that integration is primary. And therefore, within the embrace of multiculturalism, central to this is this whole idea of getting ethnic communities, to share common views, common values, common principles, and that in a way will unify people of diverse cultural backgrounds.
Ang mga Singaporean na may iba't ibang pinagmumulan ay madalas na makikitang nakikisali sa mga kanya-kanyang kapistahan at sama-samang nagdiriwang. Gayunpaman, ang larawan ng Singapore ngayon ay itinuturing ng marami bilang ehemplo o senyales ng multiculturalism at ang sitwasyon noong 1960s ay talagang malayo na dito.
On 21st July 1964, a procession was held to celebrate the birthday of Prophet Muhammad. The procession was to begin here at the Padang in front of City Hall. An estimated 20,000 Muslims were gathered here. But a series of clashes broke out between the Malays in the procession and Chinese bystanders. This triggered communal violence, which spread all across the island.
Ang pag-igting ng mga pangkat ng lahi ay tumaas. Ang mga pamilihan ay sinarado at ang mga kalsada ay hindi kinakikitaan ng tao. Ang pamahalaan ay nagpahayag ng curfew sa buong lugar. Isang retiradong punong guro ng eskwelahan at dating miyembro ng the Presidential Council for Religious Harmony ay nananatiling buhay sa kabila ng mahirap na panahon sa kasaysayan ng Singapore.
Usually I go at night at about 8 plus to buy tea from the Tetari men. And there was a big kampong, a multiracial kampong of Chinese, Malay, Indians, and 20 plus Sikh families living at Palmer Road. There's a big kampong at Palmer Road. And so this Tetari man at his stall, there were 2 or 3 groups sitting and whispering, talking in a hush-hush word. And normally the atmosphere around this Tetari man stall is very jolly, very chatty. I won't call it eerie, but there was an unusual silence, Person who is selling the tea, he speaks Hindi language, And he told me there is some problem and some incident has fighting, some trouble in the Gelang Kalang area. So that's when I first heard about it.
Ito ay sa kahit anong paraan na ang tanging pangkat na panlahing kaguluhan sa Singapore ay nararanasan. Matapos ang 5 taon, taong 1969, ang racial tensions at communal violence sa Malaysia ay tuluyan ng kumalat sa Singapore at nag-iwan ng 4 na taong patay. Ito ang pinakamadalim na sandali sa kasaysayan ng kasalukuyang Singapore. Ang mga taong puno ng pagsubok noong 1964 at 1969 ay nanatiling sariwa sa mga alaala ng mga taong nakasaksi at namuhay.
69 was totally a different kind of thing. I was in uniform and I was doing my officer cadet training, and I remember we were all the officer cadet companies were alerted, Some training was cancelled, Field training was cancelled. I remember we had a live firing which was cancelled, And we were asked to stand by. And there was a state of alertness.
1964, 2 communal riots. And we don't pretend to ourselves that they weren't communal riots. They were. We face facts. And this is one of the greatest strengths about Singapore, its willingness to face reality.
But the reality is that memories do fade. Singaporeans have been living in peace and harmony for so long, the younger generation, unlike Mr. Bajan Singh, has not lived through communal tensions and racial and religious disharmony. When we come back, find out how a society-wide approach in Singapore has been put in place to ensure that history does not repeat itself.
Years ago, a vision took shape. A vision of a region united, prosperous, peaceful, teeming with the bounties of nature, steeped in history and culture, home to hardy people where resilience, creativity, and industry are nurtured. And though there is diversity in our way of life and traditions, we stand on common ground. 600 million strong, our voices will rise as we take on the future. As one. One vision, one identity, one community. We are strong. We are ASEAN.
Sa loob ng ilang mga taon, ang hindi mabilang na pagkukusa at patakaran ay pinlano at tinais isakatuparan upang maitayo, maitaguyod at mapayaman ang kanilang pagkakaisa at pagsamasamahan sa lahat ng antas ng lipunan sa Singapore.
And for Singapore as a country to do well, we all have to work together to care for one another and to strengthen support for one another in a multiracial and multi-religious society. It will come under pressure from time to time. There will be threats to our cohesion and unity. But if we work together and we understand one another and have trust in one another, whatever the problems, whatever the pressures and threats and dangers, we will be able to hold together as one united people.
Ang mga self-help group para sa bawat komunidad ay nakahanda na, pinopondohan at sinusuportahan ng pamahalaan. Ang sistema ng halalan ay pinaunlad upang masiguro na may sapat na minority representation sa parlamento. Ang Interreligious Organization or IRO ay patuloy na pinatataas ang pagtaguyod ng Interfaith Cooperation and Dialogue at Presidential Council for Religious Harmony ay itinatag.
If we could really provide a safe environment for such discussion on interfaith issues, it is already a big start and a very important platform, a unique platform that we can provide. What the IRO has is really a neutral platform for this. And not only that, we also really emphasize the common underlying values in religion. We must not forget that.
Ang mensahe ng social cohesion at harmony ay ipinakikilala sa mga paaralan. Ang mga mag-aaral at guro na may iba't ibang pinanggagalingan ay nagdiriwang ng Racial Harmony Day bilang pag-alala sa araw na nagkaroon ng mga kaguluhan sa mga lahi at upang pahalagahan ang kakaibang mga tradisyon ng iba't ibang kultura.
We have spent so much of our time and resources to get our people to come together, to interact and to engage. Unlike in many other countries where people stay compartmentalized, through interaction and engagement, people get to know each other. People's anxieties about each other can be lessened because they know each other. Knowledge will reduce that anxiety level.
Official messages and announcements were delivered in all 4 languages over the radio and on television. National songs in these different languages are also taught in schools and sung at community events.
Ang kultura ng pagkakaisa at pagkakaroon ng masayang samahan ay naipagsama sa pambansang panunumpa na siyang yumakap sa pagkakapantay-pantay ng lahat ng mga Singaporean anuman ang kanilang lahi, wika o relihiyon.
It's a symbol of our unity, and it represents about how we are supposed to stay together and help each other, regardless of our race or religion.
It means we should stay together in unity.
The pledge is a reflection of us, and we are Singaporeans.
We, the citizens of Singapore, pledge ourselves as one united people, regardless of race, language, or religion, to build a democratic society based on justice and equality, so as to achieve happiness, prosperity, and progress for our nation.
Unless we deal with that and make sure that we deal with social media and send our messages across in a way that deals with the ideology, we will lose the fight. The young are more at risk of radicalization. And therefore, we have to take special efforts to outreach to the young as a target group. We need religious authorities to step up and play an important role in countering these false ideologies, explaining why ISIS ideology goes against Islamic teachings, and raising the awareness of the community as a whole.
Ang mga pagkakadiskubre ng mga selda ng terorista at mga kampong pinagsasanayan at pati na rin ang mga pag-aaresto sa mga militanteng nagpaplano ng pag-atake sa Singapore at mga kapitbansa dito ay nagpapakita kung gaano katotoo at kalapit sa tahanan ang mga banta. Ano nga kaya ang maaaring gawin ng paisa-isa at sama-sama ng bawat bansang kasapi sa ASEAN upang epektibong maipahayag ito?
We must press on to reach out to every segment of the community and speak with one rational, moderate voice against exclusivist and extremist doctrines. Such a time also calls for extra vigilance to keep our country safe and secure, whether against radical ideologies, errant preachers, or of any suspicious activities around us. We must stand as one united people and not let the radical actions of a few spread fear and suspicion among the different communities in Singapore.
The threat of terrorism, and today we're talking about ISIS terrorism, is very real, is in the region already. And one effective strategy that ISIS has always used is to weaken societies. So we have to be really on our toes and be very careful to make sure that any attempt, to divide society based on race, language, or religion will have to deal with these attempts decisively and not allow it to take root in our society anywhere in members in ASEAN region.
Habang ang bawat isang bansang kasapi ay kailangang humanap ng kanyang sariling paraan upang maresolbahan ang mga kakaiba nitong problema at mga pagsubok na kanyang kinakaharap sa pagpapayaman ng pang-etniko at pang-relihiyong samahan, matututo ang mga ito sa kanilang mga pinagdadaanan sa pamamagitan ng mga dialogo at pakikisalumuha.
I believe that in a situation as complex as what we are facing today, I think you need a kind of national reconciliation. You need to have a lot of dialogue and conversations so that to find common grounds and meeting points. But I think at the ASEAN level, there could be more meeting of minds, more discussion in terms of sharing of positive experiences. There are member countries which have gone through this bad patch in their history, which they have overcome, and these are wonderful cases or experiences for other member countries to adapt and adopt.
Walang duda na ang racial at religious harmony sa bawat miyembrong bansa ng ASEAN ay ang pundasyon ng kapayapaan at katatagan sa rehiyon. Hindi lamang ito magbibigay ng puwersa para sa paglago at kasaganaan para sa individual na mga bansa, ngunit ang rehiyon, sa kabuuan, ay tatayo upang makinabang ng sama-sama. Lahat ng ito ay magsisimula sa pamamagitan ng pagpili ng bawat tao ng kanyang ginagawa sa kanyang pakikisalumuha sa iba pang mga tao sa ibang wika, lahi o relihiyon.
We started from a Singapore which was racially segmented. We lived in different areas in Singapore, and over the course of 50 years, we began to live together and integrated together. It was a choice that we made. And over the next 50 years, again, it is a choice that we make. Whether as communities, as individuals, we decide that we live together and integrate, or we decide that we want to be separate and live apart. And that will shape the Singapore of the future.
The aphorism, united we stand, divided we fall, is indeed most appropriate and valuable in our quest for unity, peace and harmony in Singapore as well as in the region. How ASEAN member nations are willing to sow the seeds of unity for themselves and for the region will determine how ASEAN can become the regional power it has the potential to be.
Sa lawak ng diversity sa usapin ng mga relihiyon sa ASEAN region, nakakamanghang napapangalagaan ng mga kasaping bansa ang kapayapaan at pagkakaisa sa loob ng rehiyon. At gaya ng ating natunghayan ngayong gabi, malinaw na ang paggalang sa paniniwala ng iba ang pinaka-epektibong susi para makamtan ang isang mapayapa at isang mas nagkakaisang rehiyon gaya ng ASEAN. Ako si Dayan Querer at marami pong salamat sa inyong panonood. Ito ang ASEAN Spotlight TV.
Hindi na bago sa atin na may mga Pilipinang nare-rape sa Middle East countries kung saan sila nagtatrabaho. Pero dapat na itong mabago. Ang simpleng payo ng NGO leaders na nakakausap namin sa abroad ay magsimula ang proteksyon sa sarili. Huwag magdamit ng maselan sa paningin. Kaya nga sa mga babaeng Muslim, pati ang buhok ay tinatakpan ng hijab. Para sa kanila, bahagi ng tukso ang buhok na nakalaylay.
Bakit kayo nagsusuot ng ganyan sa ulo? Di ba yun mainit sa pakiramdam?
It's a religion practice kasi mga bata pa kami, sinasanay na kami ng aming mga magulang. So actually at the age of 7, sa Islam, kailangan ma-practice na namin hindi lang yung pagsuot ng itong hijab, but to wear a proper dress. Kasi yung hijab hindi lang naman siya pang ulo lang eh. It's actually the proper wearing of the whole dress na kailangan matakpan yung mga dapat takpan sa katawan ng isang babae. Kailangan, kahit saan kami pumunta, dapat in a proper dress kami.
Alam nyo ba na hindi lang sa babae may dress code sa Islamic countries? Maiiwasan din ang tukso ng mga Pilipinong nare-rape kung may senyalis sila ng respeto sa Islam. Sundin ang payo ng tulad ng isang Indonesian imam na ito.
There is the dress code also for the men. Principally, the man has to use the polite dress and must use the like hat, kopia. It is called kopia, and the dress code for the men using koko.
Upang hindi ka mabiktima sa dik, ito ang aming tips. Dapat ang katawan ay palaging balot na balot at wag na wag magtanggal ng saplot, lalo na sa pagtulog. Baka habang buhay kang mabangungot. Kung ang amo ay may masamang pagtatangka sa tingin pa lamang, hindi masamang maging praning paminsan-minsan. Tumawag sa otoridad na pwedeng pagsumbungan. Kapag huli na ang lahat, dyan ka mapapahamak. Ang OFW ay dangal ng Pilipino.
Good evening, you're watching PTV News Break. Here is the latest for this hour.
Shortly after the order from the Department of Justice came in ordering the release of John Paul Solano, the prime suspect in the Castillo hazing death, Solano's recent surrender last September 22nd was soon followed by another today. Jason Robinos, one of the members of the Aegis Juris Fraternity, tagged in the Castillo death, submitted to authorities just as Castillo was laid to rest earlier. Robinho surrendered to the Manila Police District Wednesday afternoon, but has maintained that he is an active member of the fraternity and has no involvement in the fatal incidences surrounding Castillo. Robinho is among the fraternity members listed in the lookout bulletin order issued by the DOJ, attended the Senate hearing Monday, and decided to come forward to clear his name after CCTV footages in his boarding house was found. Meanwhile, bilateral talks were set on Thursday between Philippine and Chinese energy officials to discuss joint development possibilities in the West Philippine Sea. This was according to Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi, who said that at present time, both parties have not yet reached a consensus and that the lifting of the moratorium on the West Philippine Sea exploration is still being studied. Secretary Cusi further said that there are 5 pending service contracts, but no agreement has been reached. He further announced that Service Contract 57, or the contract for offshore Northwest Palawan exploration, is already with the Office of the President for signing, so that work could begin west of the Calamian Islands. Service Contract 57, long pending since 2005, is a current service contracted granted by the Department of Energy to the Philippine National Oil Exploration Corporation. According to the contract, China National Offshore Oil Company formed into SC57 in 2006, acquiring 51% interest in operatorship. This area is within Philippine territory and there is no dispute. Meanwhile, on Thursday, energy ministers of the ASEAN will meet their counterparts from China, South Korea, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, India, US, and Russia for the ASEAN Plan of Action for Energy Cooperation. And those were the latest for PTV Newsbreak. This has been Sharms Espina. Good evening.
Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
DZRJ, 8 Media, and PTV4 present Insider Exclusive. Untainted, unbiased, the truth. Latest news development straight from the newsmakers.
Hi! Hello! Ray Langit po ang inyong kasangga. We are back once again mga kaibigan sa ating Insider Exclusive kapihan na napapakinggan po niyo sa mga po ng DCRJ 810 kHz. At huwag niyong kalilimutan 8 to 9 p.m. PTV4 every Wednesday 8 p.m. ang ating Insider. Nabatche no mga kaibigan, ipakilala na natin ang ating guest for the day. Darito po sa ating tabi ang no less than Comelec Chairman Andy Bautista. Welcome po sa Insider, Chairman.
Ay, magandang umaga po Sir Ray at magandang umaga po sa lahat ng mga nakikinig at nanonood at maraming salamat po sa pagkakataong makasama kayo ngayong umaga.
Thank you po, Chairman. And very timely mga kaibigan, kung di ako nagkakamali ngayong araw na ito na Wednesday ay i-deliver na mismo sa Malacanang ang naging outcome po ng naging talakayan rito sa House at saka ito sa Senado. Ang tinutukoy natin dito mga kaibigan, ang postponement po ng barangay and SK elections. Marami nag-aabang dito, Mr. Chairman. And hindi na matutuloy yung BICAM sapagkat mukhang i-adapt na po ng Kamara kung ano po ang naging posisyon ng Senado at yung holdover provision ay kasama na po rito. Depende po kung ito po ay lalagdanan ng ating palasyo. Chairman, ito po ang pinakihintay po ninyo.
Opo, kasi nga ang COMELEC po ay nalalagay sa balag ng alanganin kung dapat magpatuloy sa aming paghahanda para sa halalan or dapat ba naming ihinto na. No? Siguro sa Ray, magandang background is that dapat itong barangay at SK elections na ito ay maganap noong October 31, 2016. Nung nakaraang taon. No? Although kasi, kakatapos pa lang nung ating halalan sa Mayo, yung ating presidential election sa Mayo, kung kaya't pinagpasyahan ng ating Kongreso at ng ating Pangulo na ipagpaliban ito itong October 23, 2017. No? Although, in the recent months, siguro narinig din natin ang ating Pangulo na sinasabi niya nga na mukhang meron pang mga problema na dapat talakayin, lalong-lalo na nga yung problema ng droga sa ating mga barangay. Kung kaya't minungkahi niya na ipagpaliban muli itong ating barangay at SK elections from this October to, I think, May 2018. No? So, pero kami sa COMELEC, wala naman po kaming kapangyarihang ipagpaliban yan except in certain instances na sasabihin ko mamaya. Kaya lang, kailangan na naman po magkaroon ng batas. Kung kaya't ngayon nga, sabi nyo nga, meron na pong panukala, third and final reading, both the Senate and the House. Wala nang BICAM at mukhang i-adapt na lang ng House yung Senate version. So ang iniintay na lang natin ay yung lagda ng ating Pangulo para nga ito po ay maging batas at dahil dyan, maipagpapaliban ng ating barangay at SK elections sa susunod na taon.
While it's true na quasi-judicial po ang COMELEC, pero kayo po ay nag-aantaway lagi rito po sa batas. Yun po ang nagiging anchor, yan po ang move at saka effort po na isinasautuparan. Pero gaano katuto po, Chairman, na umabot po na 600 million po ang preparasyon para po sa election next year?
Yung pong gastos, sa totoo lang, baka mas aakyat pa dyan sa Ray, no? Because I can tell you that as of this morning, na imprenta na namin ang 90% ng mga balota para sa barangay at SK elections for Luzon and Visayas. Now, bakit Luzon and Visayas? Dahil last month, kami po ay nagkaroon ng hearing sa Davao, no? For our Mindanao voters. Kasi gusto naming malaman ano ang magiging epekto ng declaration ng martial law sa pagkaroon ng isang mapayapa at isang maayos na halalan. No? So, kasi ayon po sa Section 5 ng Omnibus Election Code, binibigyan ng kapangyarihan ang COMELEC na ipagpaliban ng isang halalan kung sa aming palagay hindi magiging maayos at mapayapa ang halalang ito. Kung kahit nagkaroon ko po kami ng public hearing, marami pong nag-submit ng mga position papers, at ang COMELEC and Bank ay nagpasya na sa aming palagay at this point, mahirap talagang magkaroon ng halalan na maayos dyan, no? Dahil sa martial law. Ito pong martial law ay idineklara ng ating Pangulo, pinagtibay po ng Kongreso, at sinang-ayunan ng ating Korte Suprema. No? So, the three branches of government are all in unison in respect nga of martial law. So, dahil dyan, talagang napagpaliban na itong halalan ng Barangay at SK sa Mindanao. Pero ito nga itong batas na ipapasa sana at ng Kongreso at lalagdaan ng ating Pangulo will also suspend or will also postpone the elections for Luzon and Visayas.
Yeah, Chairman, yung ilang mga organizations tulad po ng NAMFREL ay nagparamdam din. Ang sabi nila, baka ang sabi nila ay ma-undermine yung tinatawag na democratic processes sa pagkakaroon ng karapatan ng mga mamamayan na pumili ng mga yahalal. Baka masanay daw po tayo doon sa postponement at maging matter of fact na lamang ang bagay nito. Ano po ang reaction po ninyo riyan?
Well, kami po ay nakadalos sa mga public hearings, no, na ginanap po sa Kamara at sa Senado. At narinig ko nga po yan sa mga kinatawan ng NAMFREL na sinasabi nila at meron namang punto sila. No? Although siguro dapat titignan natin to sa isang pangkahalatang perspektibo at tignan natin ano ba yung mga issues na hinaharap. No? At alam din naman natin, ang ating democratic process can only work within an atmosphere of peace and order. No?
Yes.
Kapag magulo, kapag kunyari ang ginagamit na pera sa politika ay galing sa mga masasamang gawain, yan ang mga dapat i-factor in. Although I think that we should also recognize the point that was raised by NAMFREL, But at the same time, nag-hearing, pero may kita mo naman na majority of those who would attend the hearing, when there were various organizations represented, aside from COMELEC, nandiyan po ang Kapulisan, Hukbog Sandatahan, PPCRV, Democracy Watch, kung sino-sino pong mga NGOs, pati National Youth Commission, they were all represented in the hearing. At may mga kanya-kanya silang pananaw. But punot dulo yan, ang dapat magpasya ay ang ating Kongreso dahil sila ang binigyan ng karapatan na mag-legislate, no? Gumawa po ng batas. So ito yung pasya. Kami po sa COMELEC, ang aming trabaho, after kami narinig na anuman ang napasang batas, kailangan naming ipatupad.
Yeah, curious lamang po, Chairman. Sa COMELEC po ba meron din po kayong tawag na legislative liaison, nakipag-communicate po sa Congress?
Meron, pero more informal. In fact, for example, ako po, I am in touch with the chairman of the House Committee on Suffrage as well as the Senate Committee on Suffrage. Pero wala yung formal liaison kasi hindi naman yata kailangan, unlike for example, executive and legislative. Kailangan talaga kasi kailangan merong synchronization ng activity. Kami naman sa COMELEC po talagang ang aming mandato ay tungkol lamang sa halalan.
Hindi, kaya naitanong ko naman yan, Chairman, dahil sabi ko, kung merong nagbababad doon at merong nakikinig na tenga, hindi aabot siguro na 600 million ang gagastusin ng COMELEC dahil they would know kung ano po ang magiging future nitong batas nito at kung eventually ay talagang iyon ang direksyon na postponement, medyo mag-hold back po sa gastos ng COMELEC, sa preparasyon.
Tama po yan. At in fact, kami po sa COMELEC, we are very mindful na ayaw nating gumastos ng hindi namang kakailanganin, no? Yung lalo-lalo na nga, ito'y pera ng kabangbayan na pwedeng gamitin sa mga ibang proyekto. No? So, akin pong masisiguro na we tried our best to minimize the expenses. But at the same time din, nalalagay kami sa balag ng alanganin pagka yung batas ay hindi mapasa. Wala po kaming magagawa kung hindi magkaroon ng halalan. Ano kung wala po kaming balota? Ano
walang
po kung
preparasyon?
Walang preparasyon. Hindi yung ating mga Board of Election Inspectors, the mga teachers, ay hindi kayang magsagawa ng halalan. Yung ating kapulisan, ang dami pong ginagawa eh. And that's why we always are, kumbaga, tinitimpla namin eh. Tinitignan namin. And ang kabuuang budget naman po ng COMELEC for Barangay and SK is higit sa 6 billion. No? So, karamihan po nung budget ay intact pa.
Ayun.
Ito pong mga 600 million din na nagastos, although I think it will go up more than that, kahit na paano naman, naghahanap kami ng paraan na hindi masayang lahat ng gastos.
Ilang percent po ang 600 million doon sa overall na cost ng halalan?
Well, yung nga po, mga over 6 billion eh. So that's only 1/10.
Okay.
1/10 lang yan.
Maliit lang.
Tapos yung 600 million nga, hindi naman lahat yan sayang. In fact, kahapon po kami nagkaroon ng aming regular and bank meeting at nag-iisip na po kami ng iba't ibang paraan para magamit kung ano man yung mga paraphernalia at mga bagay na nagawa na. For example, yung balota.
Yes,
ang problema po natin dyan is that naka-imprenta yung petsa. October 23, 2017.
I-visualize natin mga kaibigan kung ano po ang ibig sabihin dito ni Chairman. Normally, ang isang balota po ay meron tatak sa itaas na seal ng Republic of the Philippines.
That's right.
Naroon po ang city or municipality, naka-imprenta riyan. Pero yung petsa nakalagay dyan.
Nakalagay po yung petsa kasi yan po ang nakasaad sa batas.
Okay. Kaya po bang takpan niya ng sticker?
Yung po ang isang pinag-uusapan kahapon. No? Siguro Sir Ray, let's also clarify. For the barangay and SK elections, it's manual elections. Okay?
Yun ang mabigat yan.
Naiba to dun sa ating presidential and midterm elections na automated. Ano po yung pagkakaiba? Pagka automated, hindi po ba, yung mga pangalan ng mga kandidato mismo nakasulat sa balota. At ang trabaho po ng botante ay i-shade yung kanyang gustong piliin. No? Sa manual elections, ito po balotang ito ay parang balota ng student council kung saan meron lang mga blanco. Okay? At ang trabaho po ng botante ay isulat ang pangalan nung kandidato
gusto
na
niya.
gusto nilang piliin. So, mas simple po in that respect yung pumbalota ng ating barangay at SK election.
Pero nakikita ko rito, Chairman, simple nga po yung balota, pero yung trabaho, you could just imagine, milyones po na balota nalalagyan po natin ng sticker o ng ano yung isang
Snowflake.
alternative? Fluid na eraser. Okay.
Well, tinitignan po namin yan. But kahapon po, nung sa aming pag-uusap, meron ng initial report, baka ang maging problema is, mura lang yung sticker, pero ang mahal yung labor para ilagay yung sticker. Because we're talking here about 77 million ballots. No?
At iisa-isayin ng balota yan.
Unless nga makahanap kami ng technology na pwedeng parang but we are looking at these options, but at this point, tinitignan din natin yung option na ano kung gamitin na lang as is. Kahit na nakalagay na October 23, 2017, sabihin na lang na yan ay pwedeng gamitin sa May 2018.
Curious ako, Chairman, bakit po ngayon mano-mano ang gagawin po natin at hindi na computerized kamukha ng mga nakalipas na halalan?
No. Well, Sir Ray, pagka barangay at SK, parati namang mano-mano.
Lagi yan,
Lagi
mano-mano.
At bakit mano-mano? Masyado pong masalimuot, masyadong mahal kung i-automate. Isipin nyo na lang, we have close to 43,000 barangays all over the country with 9 candidates for chairman and kagawad, and then maybe another 8 to 9 candidates for SK. You will print so many names in the ballot. Magulo po yan.
Ang impression ko nung una, Chairman, kala ko nag-i-economize lang tayo. Kaya sabi ko, bakit mano-mano ngayon? Pero ang ano po ba, ang Smartmatic still kadil pa rin po ba ng COMELEC?
Dito po sa barangay at SK, wala po silang kinalaman.
Okay. Not unless na dinrap totally ang Smartmatic after na ma-implicate doon sa mga usapan nito mga nakalipas.
Well, yung sa 2019 elections, bukas pa po. No? Meron na pong naging rekomendasyon ang COMELEC Advisory Council kung ano pong sistema ang minumungkahi nila. Ang gusto po namin ay i-subject ito sa stakeholder consultation, pero wala pa pong napipili.
Okay. Pero mga kaibigan, tatalakayin pa ho natin ang ilang pang detalyadong importanteng malaman po ninyo. Alam ko maraming concern po rito. Right after lamang po ng ilang paalala.
Stay tuned. Insider Exclusive will be right back.
GSIS benefits and programs pag-uusapan natin sa GSIS Members Hour.
Ako po si Jojo, 2 dekada ng driver sa kumpanya. Nung bago po ako dito, 2 pa lang ang delivery van ni Sir. Sa tagal ng panahon, ang dami nang nabago sa kumpanya. Lumago ang negosyo, dumami ang tauhan, at dumagdag ang mga sasakyan. Takbo ng buhay ko, eto, 2 na anak. Noon, napag-aaral ko pareho. Ngayon, sa hirap ng buhay, stop muna sila. Tinutulungan man ako ni Mama. Sa bahay, kuryente, tubig, pagkain, halos kulang pa. Kaya magkapatid, nagtitinda na rin para makapag-aral.
Sa bagong tax reform law, wala nang buwis si Jojo. Ito'y karagdagang 10,000 pesos kada taon para sa kanyang pamilya. Maaaring hindi malaking halaga sa'yo. Ngunit para kay Jojo, malayo na ang mararating nito. Change equals chance, pagkat napakaraming buhay ang pwedeng umarangkada sa tax reform law.
I'd like to invite everybody to watch PTV4 and listen to Radyo ng Pilipino. Alam mo, maraming issues at maraming reklamo ang Pilipino. Sabi nila, yung iba, gusto nilang makinig sa akin at sasagutin ko. Further education. At gusto lang nilang malaman kung ano yung katotohanan. Only the truth because hindi ho amin to. It's owned by people. You deserve nothing but the truth. Yan ang pangako.
Sa totoo lang, kasama si Erwin Tulfo.
I promise you that totoo ito lahat, walang drama, walang intriga.
Welcome back to Insider Exclusive.
We're back once again, mga kaibigan, back to where the action is sa ating Insider Exclusive Kapihan. And bago natin balikan si Chairman Andy, i-welcome lang po natin mga kaibigan ng isa pa nating guest. Ito po ay representative naman ng Liga po ng Transport and Operators Nationwide. Narito po mga kaibigan si Calando Marquez. Welcome po sa ating Insider Exclusive. Calando.
Sir, good morning. Good morning. It's nice to meet you and personal dahil alam niyo po, natatuwa po ako dahil inimbitan niyo po ang inyong lingkod bilang National President po ng Liga ng Transportasyon at Operator sa Pilipinas.
Pagka binanggit po natin transportasyon, kasama po mga drivers dito? Mga...
Lahat po.
Oo,
from pedicab, tricycle, jeepney, UB Express, bus, truckers, school service, all of the land transport and public service.
Uy, natanong ko lang ito, Calando, dahil hindi ba nagkakaroon ng conflict dahil bit-bit ho ninyo, operators at saka drivers. Minsan magkaiba ang direksyon ng dalawang yan, hindi ba?
Tama po kayo, sir, pero dapat na magkasundo po yung driver at operator dahil pag hindi magkasundo yung driver at operator, ang magsasuffer po yung pasahero.
Opo. Yung nakalipas na protest rally ng Stop and Go, hindi po kayo konsernado riyan?
Hindi po kami kasali po doon, Sir Ray, dahil kami po ay meron tayong pinag-usapan, kami nilang 5 transport organization nationwide na kailangan po ay humarap muna kami sa lamisa bago kami pumunta sa kalsada.
Yung pinaplano ng piston next month, hindi rin po kayo involved dyan?
Hindi po kami kasali po doon dahil ngayong tanghali po na ito ay meron kaming pag-uusap na naman kaming 5 na national organization sa PUJ at saka kasama na po ng UB Express at saka Tricycle. So ito po ay isisettle namin dahil once and for all, nakausap na namin po si Secretary Tugadi na napakaganda po yung direksyon ng ating public transport dahil nga po, ngayon po, by next year, siguro po hindi ko pinangungunahan na magkakaroon na po tayo ng tinatawag na long-term solution public transport fund.
Okay, nabanggit po ninyo na nakausap po ninyo si Secretary Tugadi. Gusto ko iklaro po sa inyo, Calando, ano po ba talaga ang posisyon? Is it phase out, total phase out, or enhancement lamang po ng mga PUVs and jeepneys?
Ayaw namin po, Sir Ray, yung salitang phase out, kundi ang amin pong binabanggit po dito ay Public Transport Modernization Program. Sa kabila po nito, ang ating mga public transport rider, ito po yung trabahador, alam po ito ni Chairman ng COMELEC, na ang ating public riders na sumasakay po dito, ito po yung trabahador na bumubuhay ng ekonomiya ng ating bansa na kailangan ma-deliver natin yung tamang convenience, tamang seguridad na mula sa panggagalingan hanggang sa pupuntahan, kailangan po ma-serve natin dito sa mga trabahador na ito dahil dito tayo nakasandal ang ekonomiya ng ating bansa na kung makikita nyo, Sir Ray, ang bansang Singapore na napakaliit. Wala sa kalingkingan ng Pilipinas. Pero ang kanilang public transport po doon ay ang tao sumusunod sa batas. Masakit sabihin bilang nandito po ang ating lawyer, international lawyer, masakit sabihin yung aking bibigkasin, pero ang katotohanan, minsan ang Pilipinas, ang Pilipino, ang batas ang sumusunod sa tao.
Okay. Babalikan natin sa ilang pang mga masalimot na issues dahil pagka sinabing modernization, hindi natin maunawaan kung the same phase ang i-maintain, babaguhin ang phase, babaguhin ang makina, sapagkat ngayon internationally ang pinoproblema, ang pollution na dulot po ng mga sakyan PUVs at saka ng mga jeepneys. Kung di ako nagkakamali, mapunta po ng 15% na contribution ng usok po rito po sa bayan ng Philippines, dito po sa Metro Manila at ibang mga areas. Kaya nga nagpalabas sila ng Euro
4.
Standards na dapat mag Euro 6 o Euro 7 na kayo na kabuka po sa mga ibang mga bansa na talagang nililimitahan nila yung buga ng polusyon.
Napakaganda, Sir Ray, yung binanggit nyo. Ito po ay iuumang ko ulit sa ating abogado. Dahil po yung napakabigat na problema natin sa pollution po. Lahat ng klasing sakit ng isang nilalang na tao, kayang susihan, nagisingin yung sakit mo dahil lang sa pollution. Kaya nga tayo ngayon, Sir Ray, naglabas na tayo ngayon dito sa Pilipinas, yung kasama natin sa International Inventor Society of the World, ay nandito na po yung zero pollutant na sasakyan na tumatakbo na ngayon, walang makina, hindi na gumagamit ng langis, walang diesel, walang gasolina. Ito na po, nandito na po yung solusyon. Ito po yung solar electric vehicle na ating ini-introduce para sa ganun po ay matulungan na natin ang ating kababayan dahil alam nyo naman, Sir Ray, ang sakit po sa ating pollutant, halos malunod mo lahat ang iyong kayamanan pag nagkasakit ka ng TB, nagkasakit ka ng hika. So pag ito po ay dumapo sa atin lahat, Diyos ko po, Mariusep, patawarin.
Napakaganda po ng binanggit po nyo, Kalando. Yan ang future, lalo na electronic vehicles. Pero devil's advocate, yun na naman na itatanong ng ating mga drivers. Mape-face out po ba pati yung trabaho nila kapag napalitan ng ganyan? Paano?
Hindi po. Sir, pasensya na po kayo. Hindi po mapapalitan, wala pong mababago, bagkus gaganda ang kanilang kalusugan. Ang kulang lang po sa atin po, ito po ay hindi naman sinasabi ko na kasalanan ng ating gobyerno. Kulang lang kasi ng public information dissemination. Pag ginamit natin itong mga batas na ganito, kailangan meron tayong kumpleto na massive public information dissemination para maintindihan nila. Ano ba yung public information dissemination? Oo nga, meron nga, pero ang nakasulat English. Tagalog tayo. Dapat mayroon tayo pong mga balita na Tagalog na idaparating natin sa ating mga kababayan dahil tandaan natin, English tayo ng English minsan sa Kongreso at Senado, pero yung nanonood, puro Tagalog, di ba?
Okay.
Dahil national dialect natin yun sa...
Pakibigay, itutuloy po natin ang Tagalog rito sa ating palantunan. Meanwhile, balikan po natin mga kaibigan sa Chairman Andy. Okay. Chairman Andy, importante po na ma-visualize din natin itong forma ng mga inimprenta na po ng COMELEC at malaman din po ng sambayan ng Pilipino dahil tayo po ay mandated na mag-ulat sa kanila na hindi masasayang po yung 600 million or something na nagastos po at ito po ay i-maximize pa rin para sa susunod na eleksyon ay hindi naman masyadong malaki ang gastusin po na magagaling sa COMELEC.
Tama po yan. So kami nga po sa COMELEC ay naghahanap ng iba't ibang mga paraan para nga po hindi masayang ang mga gamit na imprenta na. No? Pero for example, Sir Ray, yung tinatawag na computerized voters list. Kasi may listahan na tayo.
Okay.
At ayon sa batas, dapat pong ipaskil yan sa bawat munisipyo, bawat syudad, para makita ng mga botante kung yung pangalan nila ay nandyan sa listahan. No? Pero ngayong ipagpapaliban yung halalan, magkakaroon na naman po tayo ng continuing registration. So magbibigay na naman tayo ng pagkakataon sa ating mga botanteng hindi pa nakakapagpalista para magpa-register. Same thing po dun sa ating SK elections, yung mga magiging age 15. By May 2018,
yes,
makakaboto rin sila. Oo. Kung kaya yan, for example, yung voters list, wala na tayong magagawa. Kailangan palitan yan. Kailangan tayong gumawa ng bagong voters list.
We
para
assume,
sa daring...
Chairman, pardon me, we assume na ito na po yung bagong voters lists na wala na po yung matagal na nasa Manila Memorial, nasa Loyola.
Oh, yeah.
Wala na rin po yung matagal na nag-migrate abroad.
Or kaya
sa
yung
listahan.
mga double registrants. Minsan
Yes.
naka-register dito. So again yan, patuloy po nating linilinis ang ating voters lists. No? Kaya meron din kaming mga election registration board hearings para nga siguraduhin na ang mga botante natin ay nakakaboto lamang sa isang lugar. No? Alam din natin sa race, sa mga nakarang halalan, but this was during the olden days pa, yung mga tinatawag na mga flying voter or multiple voters. Hindi na ano yan. Kumbaga, may mga konting problema na lang tayo tungkol dyan. And continually through technology, gusto nga nating siguraduhin na ang ating halalan ay bumubuti. At siguro, ito naman ay sinabi ng marami na yung ating isinagawang halalan noong Mayo 2016 ay itinaguri ang pinakamaayos, pinakamapayapa, pinakakapani-paniwalang halalan sa kasaysayan ng ating bansa. No? And it's not yet perfect, I think, but it is better than the previous elections. And yung kami sa COMELEC, yun ang aming parating pakay. We want to just continually improve. No? And we want to get feedback from our stakeholders on ano ba yung ginawa namin tama. At kung tama, mas gawin tama. Kung may mali, mas, gawin tama naman. No? At saka dito nga, for example, tinitignan natin itong voter verification system for the 2019 elections. Ito yung biometric. Kasi minsan, hindi natin alam na yung taong nag-shade ng balota, siya rin ba yung nagpasok ng balota doon sa makina? Kasi ang makina, nakikita lang, basta binibilang niya lang kung ano man yung balota ang pinasok sa kanya. So as an added security feature, we are looking for a mechanism na ginagawa sa ibang bansa na yun na nga, bine-verify muna kung yung nagpapasok ng balota sa makina ay siya rin. Although ito merong again gastos.
Yeah, fingerprint yan.
Fingerprint, oo, merong yung biometrics, no? Pero siyempre may gastos at pagka nag-add tayo ng makina into the process, pagka pumalya yung makina, baka magkaroon ng delay, baka magkaroon ng mahabang pila. Yung mga ganyang issues eh. So, but on the other hand, we want to be always looking at technology and seeing how it can improve our elections. At ito rin, Sir Ray, masasabi ko, ngayon, dati tayo, ang Pilipinas parating natututo sa ibang bansa. Ang Pilipinas, ang trato sa atin, estudyante, na may mga guro tayo. Pero ngayon, nag-iba na. Tayo na po ang nagiging guro. Tayo na po ang hinihinga ng payo, hinihingan ng abiso kung paano magsagawa ng halalan. So, kumbaga,
Dahil sa
in
ating mga
terms...
experiences at saka wisdom, marami sila mapupulot sa atin.
That's correct.
Kung sa bagay na pag-iisip, alam mo rin yung mga kaibigan, na pag-uusapan ho natin science and technology, yung mga cellphone na lamang ho, mga kaibigan, iba na ho ang dating ngayon. Face na ng may-ari para ma-unlock mo yung mga bagong cellphone, yung mukha mo na itatapat mo para ma-unlock. You can just imagine that. And I won't be surprised if one of these days, ang botohan dito, yun ang magiging signature. Mukha na lang bumoboto.
Well, tama yan, sir. In fact, ngayon, ang tinitignan na natin is yung internet voting. No? Na kasi, di ba ngayon, pumupunta ka sa isang lugar para bumoto. Ano kung ikaw ay nagbabiyahe o ikaw ay nasa ibang lugar, paano ka makakaboto? May mga ibang bansa na nagsasagawa ng internet voting. Saan ka man, through your cellphone, pwede kang bumoto. Pero siyempre dito may mga issues on security, issues on hacking and things like that. So kailangan matuto muna tayo at siguraduhin natin na lahat ito ay we can be secure in the way we do things. But sa aking palagay, again, this is something that will happen within our lifetimes.
Okay.
And that,
I-revisit natin, Chairman, kung ano po ang naging practice ng mano-mano ng mga nakalipas sa panahon. Kadalasan ng nag-surface ng mga issues kapag mano-mano, alam ho ninyo, prone for corruption. Ang sinasabi nila, dahil yung mga bumoboto, madaling makapagpakita ng ebidensya sa mga kandidato na siyang ibinoto. How? yung tinatawag na cadena de amor. Di ba?
Lanzadera.
Yes,
Yan,
lanzadera. Ito, mga kaibigan, nangyayari. Ngayon, buwabalik na naman po tayo sa mano-mano dahil barangay and SK elections. Paano natin na-address itong mga dating problema na para mawala po ito sa agam-agam at saka imagination po ng mga bumoboto at saka ng mga kandidato as well.
That's right. Well, dalawang bagay, Sir Ray. No? Sa automated elections, kung maalala nyo, kami ay dinirekta ng Korte Suprema na mag-imprenta ng resibo. Di ba na itong ating nakarang halalan in May 2016, kapag ang botante ay magpapasok ng kanyang balota sa makina, yung makina ay gumagawa ng resibo para ipakita kung sino yung kanyang binoto. Nung una, sa totoo lang, kami sa COMELEC, maraming agam-agam. Sa aming palagay nga, baka mas makakasira kaysa makakatulong ito sa kredibilidad ng ating halalan dahil pwedeng gamitin itong resibong ito para sa number one, vote buying, or para magkaroon ng kaguluhan. Because madaling sabihin na yung resibo ay hindi tumutugma sa kanyang binoto niya. But at the same time, pag inisip mo rin, very transparent, parang ATM machine.
Correct.
Kung ano man yung pinasok doon, lalabas yung resibo para meron kang pruweba na talagang binibilang ng makina yung boto mo ukol doon sa iyong sinid. And to be honest, when I look back, it was a blessing in disguise. Dahil ang dami nating mga botante.
Tama po ba yung naging practice po na instead na iuwi niya yung resibo, meron na lang waste can o drop box?
Drop box po.
Hindi iwanan.
Opo. Kasi nga, ang aming takot is that kung ipapauwi niya yung resibo, ay yan ang talagang vote buying dahil yun ang pinakamagandang pruweba para sa isang botante na mag-claim ng kanyang reward from the kandidatong kanyang pinangakuhan, yung kanyang... Kaya, ang proseso...
Pera na naman yan.
Kaya ang aming proseso was, pagka nakita niyo yung resibo, dapat niyong ihulog sa Dropbox. Pero sa totoo lang, meron pa rin mga nakalusot. So, again, we will
very
continue.
Enterprising ng mga Pilipino.
Alam niyo naman ang mga Pilipino. Innovative. So, but again, we learn from these things. As I said though, pag tinignan niyo yung kabuuan, I think it's a point of no return. Dapat talaga meron na ring resibo parati. Para nga nagbibigay ng security, ng comfort sa ating mga botante na talagang kung ano man yung binoto nila, yun talaga ang binibilang ng makina.
Okay.
Pero yung sa manual naman, dyan pa rin ang issue.
Pag-uusapan natin yan, Chairman. Babalikan po natin yan. Promise. We'll be right back. Makalipas lang po ng ilang paalala.
Stay tuned. Insider Exclusive will be right back.
I'd like to invite everybody to watch PTV4 and listen to Radyo ng Pilipinas. Alam mo, maraming issues at maraming reklamo ang Pilipino. Sabi nila, yung iba, gusto nilang makinig sa akin at sasagutin ko. Further education. At gusto lang nilang malaman kung ano yung katotohanan. Only the truth because hindi ho amin to. It's owned by people. You deserve nothing but the truth. Yan ang pangako.
Sa totoo lang, kasama si Erwin Tulfo.
I promise you that totoo ito lahat. Walang drama, walang intriga.
Welcome back to Insider Exclusive.
We're back once again, mga kaibigan. Back to where the action is at the Insider Exclusive kapihan. Live sa mga po ng DZRJ at 8 to 9 p.m. PTV 4. Ngayon ay bigyan natin ng pagkakataon ng ating media panel para makapagtanong naman. Mr. Jenny Cornejo, come in please.
Ang tanong ko po kay Chairman Andy Bautista ay bakit po parang tuloy-tuloy ang pagsali ng Smartmatic sa mga eleksyon? Itong nakaraan na eleksyon po, itong nakaraan na 2 eleksyon, parami ng parami ang mga issues against them, lalong-lalo na po itong nakaraan na eleksyon. Bakit po andyan pa rin ang Smartmatic? And from what I know, ang Smartmatic po, correct me if I'm wrong, does not have that good a reputation when it comes to elections in the world. So, isa po. Pangalawa po, para kay Chairman Bautista, kamusta na po yung mga voters ID? Sapagkat ilang taon na po akong bumoboto sa Makati, hanggang ngayon di pa po ako nabibigyan ng ID. At ang tanong ko po kay, ito po ka naman kay ka Orlando Marquez, sana po ay, ito naman statement lang po, sana po tumulong po ang organisasyon nyo na pagsabihan po ang ating mga driver na sumunod po naman sana sa batas trapiko. Sapagkat tungkulin po natin lahat yan, ang PNP and so on and so forth, but sana po tumulong po kayo. Chairman, sir?
Sige, well, maraming salamat, Sir Jerry, para sa iyong mga katanungan. No? Unang-una, with respect to Smartmatic, ako po ay nahirang bilang COMELEC Chairman noong May 2015. At ang Smartmatic po ay nanalo ng bidding nung umpisa po for the 2010 elections. So kumbaga, nandiyan na po ang Smartmatic noong 2010, noong 2013, nung pong kami nagpa-bidding for the 2016 elections, sila din po ang nagbigay ng pinakamagandang proposal. No? Ngayon, alam ko po na may mga puna laban sa kanila at kami naman, binabalansin namin yan, tinitimbang, kung kaya't nga meron po kaming mga advisors, yung pong COMELEC Advisory Council, yan po ay binubuo ng mga dalubhasa galing sa Department of Information and Communications Technology, Department of Science and Technology, DepEd, kasama po dyan ng Akadim, kasama din po dyan ng mga NGOs tulad ng NAMFREL, ng PPCRB, para po magmungkahi o magrekomenda sa COMELEC kung ano bang sistema ang dapat gamitin para sa susunod na halalan. So kami po ay nakikipagpulong sa kanila as we speak, at in fact, meron na silang nabigay na preliminary recommendation. Maliban dyan, meron din po tayong tinatawag na Joint Congressional Oversight Committee. Ito po ay binubuo ng mga kinatawan mula sa Senado at sa Kamara. At diyan din po, ang COMELEC ay dapat mag-report at magbigay ng mga rason kung bakit nila ginawa ang certain decisions, no, that we need to make. No. Pangatlo po, ang gusto namin gawin, ito medyo maiba, is magkaroon nga po ng stakeholder consultation. Hindi lang po dito sa Metro Manila, pero kung hindi din po sa Visayas at sa Mindanao, para nga po malaman sa mga stakeholders, ano ba sa tingin nila ang tamang sistemang gagamitin para sa 2019. No? Ako, ayoko na pong, kumbaga, we have to learn from the past. As I said, yung ginawa nating tama, mas gawing tama, yung mga mali, gawing tama. But at the same time, maybe I should also say, nagkaroon po ng Pulse Asia Survey in July 2016 about the May 2016 elections. Out of 1,200 respondents, 90% of the Filipino people were very pleased, were very satisfied with the way the 2016 elections were conducted. Now, kung sino man ang dapat natin pasalamatan, I think it was a team effort among many government agencies, of course led by COMELEC, but also yung mga suppliers, kung sino man yung nag-ano. So, malaki po ang tiwala nung May 2016 elections. But having said that, tama rin po yung sinasabi niyo mga puna, dapat pong i-address yan, at sa aking palagay, yan ay nagagawa because nga of the various checks and balances within the system.
Yeah, Chairman, ma-bat-in lang po ako. Related pa rin po ito sa Smartmatic at saka related pa rin po ito sa PCOS. No? Ang sabi nga nung iba, at the middle of the game, dapat hindi nagbabago ang rules. Ano po. Whatever happened, bakit po dun sa issue ng source code, issue po ng ultraviolet, issue ng signature ng mga nagkaroon po ng kontrobersya at na-drop po yung supposedly feature po yun ng PCOS.
Tama po yun, no? Pero again, no, Sir Ray, so we have to go back to history, no? Noon sa 2010, yung nga po yung mga issue, okay? Yung source code, unang-una, hindi binigyan ng sapat na panahon ang ating mga political parties at mga NGOs na irepasa o i-review yung source code. In 2010, less than a week. In 2013, 4 na araw lang. Kung kaya't natuto po ang COMELEC doon, at in 2016, ang binigay po namin ay 7 buwan. 7 months po yung source code review. Okay? Number 2, yung po nga sinabi yung mga UV detection, yung po mga safety features, yung pong signature. Yung po signature dati, it was only one signature. Okay? Na electronic signature. Noong po 2016, 4 na po yan. Merong machine signature, kasama din po yung electronic signature ng ating mga Board of Election Inspectors. Yung UV detection, para po yan para malaman na ang balota ay hindi peke. Wala yan noong 2010, but noong 2013, yan po ay nandyan na. In 2016, linagay namin yan. We developed po in COMELEC a parang scorecard, a performance scorecard, para ipakita yung improvement from 2010 to 2013 to 2016. And as I said, hindi namin sinasabing we are perfect, but what we can assure you is that we keep on improving over time. At kung ano man nga yung mga puna, ay dapat talaga namang gawan ng solusyon. No? And so far, I'd like to think na kung ano man yung mas mabuti na talaga ngayon. But we can continue to improve. And as I said, COMELEC is not tied to Smartmatic. Magkakaroon po ng bidding. Para po sa 2019, wala pa po kaming ginagawang pagpili ng sistemang gagamitin para sa 2019 election. So that is still open.
Sir, may clear lang po, sir. Yun lang pong voter's ID sapagkat marami pong nagtatanong dyan. Isa na po ako dyan.
Okay. Well, alam mo, Sir Jerry, sa totoo lang, yan nga ang siguro isa sa pinakamalaking hamon na hinaharap ng COMELEC. No? Ang naging problema kasi namin dyan is both manufacturing and distribution. No? Kasi right now, yung sa sistema, kung ikaw ay magpapalista, automatic dapat kang gawan ng ID. Kahit na hindi mo gusto. Meron po kaming backlog na I think mga 24 million IDs. Okay? But at the same time, meron din kaming 9 million IDs sa buong bansa na hindi naman kine-claim. Dahil walang pakialam yung mga botante. Okay? So, ngayon, nag-isip kami ng pilot project sa Metro Manila wherein i-upgrade sana namin yung ID na yung parang ID na ng magandang ID na. At we will charge a minimal fee of less than 100 pesos. Because ang thinking namin is yung talagang may gusto ng ID will not mind paying a minimal amount dahil maganda yung kalidad eh. Alam ko ngayon may mga postal ID, may mga iba't ibang ID, binebenta yan na medyo mataas yung halaga. No? So ginagawa namin yon, but now medyo we were overtaken by events because may mga panukala sa Kongreso at mukhang itutulak ng administrasyon na ito na magkaroon ng national ID. Okay. At kung ganyan, maging redundant na yung COMELEC ID. Kung kaya't itong aming pilot project na aming in-announce, medyo inano muna namin, dinefer, until makita natin. And sa akin palagay, mukhang ano ito eh. It is certified as urgent at mukhang talagang itutulak. At sa akin palagay, again, yan ay pangangailangan talaga ng bawat Pilipino na magkaroon ng national ID.
Thank you, Jerry. Babalikan po natin si Chairman. Meanwhile, kanina, meron kayo nabut sa akin, parang prototype.
Yes, sir.
Itong ipinakita ho ninyo.
Yes, sir.
Alam mo ninyo, Kalando, na-interview kasi yung leader noong Stop and Go.
Opo.
Mukhang hindi nyo pa na-dialogue sa kanya ito dahil ito ang isa sa mga nirereklamo nila. Sabi nila, kung totoong hindi phase out po mga jeepneys namin, bakit ini-introduce po yung prototype? Para baguhin po yung mga sakyan namin. Yun ang question.
Alam niyo sir, Sir Ray, hindi namin po inaalis yung karapatan ng ating kasamahan. Unang-una, kumpare ko po yung yung presidente ng Stop and Go, si parang Jun.
Yes.
So yung kanyang knowledge at saka yung ating knowledge, dahil hindi naman po sa ating pagbubuhat ng ating sariling upuan, tayo po ay nag-aral ng Public Transport Modernization Program sa mga maunlad na bansa na 18 bansa yung ating inikot during that time na ako po ay director po, representative ng public transport sa road board.
Kalando, maisingit ko lang po dahil nakita ko ito si JR Langit, no? Doon sa aming program, naglilibot kami sa iba-ibang mga bansa. Alam mo, lagi namin nakikita itong itsurang ito ng jeepney natin. Tuwan-tuwa ang South Korea.
I've been there already.
Yung mismong, yung mismong pasyalan ng mga tourist, naka-display itong saraw jeepney. Uy, sabi ko, Pilipino yan. Pumunta ka sa Chicago, naka-display itong jeepney ito. Halos yung mga destinations na pinuntahan mo ng aming program na lumalabas sa PTV4 na Behind Langit, nakikita namin, ini-imagine ko, sabi ko, kung mawawala yung mukhang ito at papalitan ng mga prototype, sabi ko, bagong i-introduce na naman natin? Paano yan?
Alam niyo, sir, nakakalungkot nga dahil unang-una, mayroon tayong iisa lamang na marka pagdating sa transportasyon na ilan daan ang modelo at itsura ng sasakyan. Iisa lamang po dahil ito po yung tinagurian na pambansang panlupang sasakyan ng Pilipinas ay jeep. So ito po ay ginawa natin noong 1996. Kung hindi pa ako nagkakamali, it is already 21 to 22 years old na po na ini-introduce natin yung Philippine Transport Modernization Program on Philippine Ingenuity Product. Naiwanan na po tayo ng dekada. Dahil nga po, ang napakasakit ngayon, Chairman, sasabihin ko kay Chairman dahil he is a very good international professional lawyer. Itong ating jeepney na ginawa ko, Chairman, ay isinunod ko ito sa International Engineering Safety Standard. Ano po yun? Mayroon na po tayong tinatawag na Philippine National Standard Program for Public Transport na ginawa natin po na yung pintuan ay nandyan sa tagiliran. Para po magsakay at magbaba sa tamang lugar. Na ang tawag po nila nung kinantyawan po ako sa Amerika noong 2004, umattend po ako ng International Convention on Public Transport. Ang tawag sa atin dito sa Pilipinas, yung pintuan natin na nasa puwit, ay sa standard nila ay suicide door. Hindi daw makita ng mga napakagagaling, napakatatalino na mga engineer ng Pilipinas kung nasaan yung safe side door.
Kaya pala nakita ko sa listahan yung side door doon sa modernization ng PUV. Pero bakit nakalagay din po rin sa doon sa mga requirements ng bagong modernization ng ating mga vehicles, especially jeepneys, lalagyan din ang GPS?
Tama po.
Ang GPS po doon sa mga naghahanap ng karsada, ang jeepney po, pag divisor, kaya po, deceive din ang way niya. Hindi siya maghahanap ng ibang way.
Tama po.
Di ba?
Sa amin po, inuupos namin po yun. Dahil unang-una, hindi naman kaya dahil po, tayo po, aminin namin po na kami po kaya nahihirapan kami na mag-modernize. Dahil po yung pamasahe namin, i-compare namin doon sa UB Express na tinatawag. Sa kanila ay 25 pesos ang minimum nila. Kami po ay 8 pesos. Kaya nga kami ngayon umaapila sa ating mga kababayan na sana po ay maging 10 piso man lang para magkaroon kami ng additional burden na income para po mai-deliver namin po yung makabagong teknolohiya. Sir Ray, as a former National President of Filipino Inventor Society, matagal ko na pong pinag-aralan yan na idinulog ko na po ito sa Department of Science Technology. Dahil po ang Department of Science Technology and Department ng Bureau of Product Standard, dapat po sana po ay magkasama lagi po yan.
Siguro nakita na huli nyo yung ipinalabas po ng DOTC.
Apo.
DOTR ngayon na kasama yung predictable time ng travel.
Ito na po, hawak na natin po yung omnibus guidelines.
Sabi ko, paano mo pipredict? Halimbawa, EDSA ka dadaan. Sige.
Opo. Alam niyo sir, ito ay mahabang paliwanag kasi po yun. Dahil pinag-aralan kong
Kulang
mabuti
ating
po yan.
programa talaga yan, Kanando. Medyo sinesenyasan na po ako ng aming production staff. Ito'y optional lamang po ito, Chairman, bago tayo magpaalam. Kasi final words na po tayo. Sa pagsalita ho ninyo kanina, mukhang naka-move on na ho kayo.
Well, trabaho lang, Sir Ray. Alam mo,
Yes,
habang
yes.
tayo'y
Okay.
nasa panunungkulan, kailangan lang pong gagampanan natin ang ating trabaho.
Anticipated ba ho ninyo na mababasura po ang impeachment sa inyo?
Well, nung aking pong pinag-aralan, parang nga pong depektibo.
Depektibo.
At yun nga, ako'y nagpapasalamat po sa Committee on Justice ng Kamara dahil kumbaga, yung kanilang naging pasya ay sang-ayon sa batas, sang-ayon din sa kanilang mga alituntunin at mga reglamento. At ang maganda is that patas-patas ang kanilang pagturing ng mga impeachment
Kala ko
complaints.
pasasalamatan po ninyo yung nag-file ng defective inform. Alam mo ninyo, Chairman, ako, masyadong wild ang imagination ko. Minsan nag-iisip ako, kapag merong ilang mga opisyalis na gustong i-impeach, merong mga nagmamadaling mag-file kahit na insufficient in form. Kahit na sabihin mo meron silang sufficient in the content, marireject ka agad eh. Hindi na pinag-uusapan yung content eh. Basta sa form pa lang, rejected na kagad eh.
Pero kung titignan
Pero
nyo
hindi
nga,
po ninyo kilala yung mga nag-file po.
hindi ko po kilala yung mga
okay,
yan.
okay.
No? At I think ito yung mga VACC
Okay.
members. Pero makikita rin sa Ray nga, nung mga pagdedebate ng mga miyembro ng komite, sabi nila nga, merong issue on the verification. May issue rin on personal knowledge na kailangan ang naghahain ng paratang, dapat may personal knowledge. Pangatlo, authentication of the documents. Kasi nga po, ang nangyari sa akin, siguro alam na ng marami, ninakaw po yung mga dokumento.
Okay.
At ito po ay 10 buwan na pong hindi pa binabalik sa akin at kung sana wala naman po alam kung ano po itong mga dokumentong ito eh. So sa akin palagay, talagang merong, depekto po sa form, may depekto rin sa substance. Doon sa inihaing paratang laban sa akin. But sabi nyo nga, move on na tayo.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Uy, pero hindi ba ho kayo na-distract nung nagsalita ho ang strange wife po ninyo na never na na-deterred sila? This just differs sa kanilang mukhang mahaba-habang paghahabol.
No comment na lang tayo dyan, sir.
Okay. Mabuti naman at least na-express na po ninyo yung sarili po this way. Pero alam ho ninyong 1 taon lang ho yan at mukhang after 1 year, possible uli na meron namang mag-attempt.
We will cross that bridge when we get there.
Alright. Alam ho ninyo mga kaibigan, matagal ko naging interview itong si Chairman Andy. And kaya nabanggit ko sa inyo na kapag move on na siya dahil doon sa the way i-interact sa mga tanong po ng media. And that's nice indication. Sapagkat for a while, pati na ito sila Commissioner Guanzon ay gusto kayo mag-leave of absence dahil daw naapektuhan ng trabaho po ninyo. Pero paano nyo hinandle yan? Medyo track back, mag-ano lang tayo ng konti, backtrack ng konti. At one point ba naisip nyo mag-resign?
Ay, of course. Sir Ray, parati ko namang iniisip yan eh. Alam mo, yung pag-leave of absence, pag-resign, these are all options that are always open eh.
Okay.
Even now, these are still options that are open. But ang masasabi ko lang is that even sa kasagsagan, itong unos na pumunta sa aking buhay, masasabi ko at matatanong nyo sa aming COMELEC personnel, hindi ko pinabayaan ang trabaho. Kung kaya't nga ngayon, ang problema natin is, yung mga balota, matatapos na namin eh. Oo eh. Tapos to pala, di ba nung una, yun ang sinasabi na hindi daw ginagampanan yung tungkulin sa pag-imprenta. O ngayon, matatapos. Ngayon, sasabihin naman, masyado kaming efficient. Dahil nagawa namin yun, amin dapat gawin. So, I can tell you, amidst all, na we did our job.
Final line. Magka-closing na po tayo, Chairman.
Well, again, maraming salamat, Sir Ray, sa pagkakataong makausap ka ngayong araw. At yun na nga, mukhang ipagpapaliban na ang barangay at SK elections nitong October 23, 2017. Although iniintay pa po natin ang lagda ng ating Pangulo doon sa batas. Siguro ang susunod na gagawin ng COMELEC ay maghahanda para sa registration ng mga panibagong botante. At pagkatapos niyan, yung paghahanda para sa barangay at SK elections sa 2018 at yun na rin ating midterm elections para naman sa 2019. I hope, Sir Ray, ay tumakbo ulit kayo at baka talagang makamit nyo na ang langit itong darating na halalan. Ha?
Binubuyo na naman ako. Well said, Chairman, and we do appreciate yung pong presence nyo rito at yung pagbabalik po ng inyong vigor, stamina, and talent na sineshare natin sa bayan ng Pilipino. Sayang lang mga kaibigan, medyo late na dumating si Calando. Very interesting po ang transport. Very interesting na malaman to na sa bayan ng Pilipino. Kaso lang, closing na po tayo, Calando, if you don't mind.
Okay, maraming salamat, Sir Ray. At gusto lang natin ipakita yung mga pictures dahil po yung solar electric vehicle po ay pinapanawagan po ng may-ari na Mr. Jacob Maimon na ang aking partner na ipinamimigay na libre. Yung ating solar electric vehicle. Ito po.
Okay.
Ang Star 8 Green Corporation ngayon ay mayroon siyang ipamimigay na solar electric vehicle, tricycle, e-trike, bus at saka yung electric jeep na air condition at
Basta't
ordinary.
libre po, hindi namin tatanggihan yan. Ha?
Libre po ito. Dahil ang magbabayad po dito ay yung advertisement.
Okay.
Kaya mayroon po kaming libreng seminar din po sa Ray na ibinibigay sa ating mga kababayan dahil mahirap pumasok sa isang teknolohiya na hindi naintindihan ng ating mga kababayan. Kaya libre po yung ating seminar, pati merienda po, libre
Sige,
din
pag-usapan natin yan off the air. Medyo nabuta tayo ng oras. Pero makimigaw sa kalapre po ng ating mga guests for the day and ating media panel at ang ating mga visitors. This has been your host, Ray Langit. Sa anumang laban, kasangga mo langit.
I'd like to invite everybody to watch PTV4 and listen to Radyo ng Pilipinas. Alam mo, maraming issues at maraming reklamo ang Pilipino. Eh sabi nila, yung iba, gusto nilang makinig sa akin at sasagutin ko. For their education. At gusto lang nilang malaman kung ano yung katotohanan. Only the truth because hindi ho amin to. It's owned by the people. You deserve nothing but the truth. Yan ang pangako.
Sa totoo lang, kasama si Erwin Tulfo.
I promise you that totoo ito lahat. Walang drama, walang intriga.
Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
Walang makapagsasabi kung ano ang mga numerong mananalo sa lahat ng PCSO game. Huwag maniwala sa mga text messages, liham o tawag sa telepono na nagsasabing magbibigay daw sila ng tip kapalit ng pera o cellphone load. Bumili ng ticket sa mga PCSO authorized outlets at PCSO branches bago ang actual draw.
Magandang gabi Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Alas 9 na po at oras na para sa inabang show ng bansa, ang PCSO Lottery Draw. Dahil ngayon po ay araw ng Miyerkules, September 27, 2017, ang exciting prizes po ay magmumula sa ating mga fixed prize games na Easy to Lotto at Swertres Lotto per-mutual games 4 digit, Mega Lotto 645 and Grand Lotto 655. Magandang gabi po sa ating panel of judges sa pangunguna ng ating chairperson, Ms. Cristina Esteban. Isama natin pagbating yan ang mga representatives from PCSO and Commission on Audit and of course our PCSO Draw Coordinator. I-welcome din po natin dito sa studio ang masisipag nating kasamahan dito sa PCSO. Sasamahan po nila tayong maglaro at maghatid ng swerte tonight. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Pero bago tayo maglaro, mga highlights na naganap na pre-draw procedures kanina, panoorin po muna natin.
Sa gaganaping live draws, siniguro ng ating panel of judges and representatives from PCSO and Commission on Audit na maayos ang kondisyon ng draw machines na gagamitin. Only the operation of the remote switch button ang may human intervention. Sa random selection of draw balls, 3 sets ang pinagpipilian for each game. All balls in all sets have almost exactly the same weight. Lahat po ng bola ay tinimbang at covered po ito ng video. Tapos masiguro na ito ay kumpleto, ang chairperson lamang ang makakapag-load ng draw balls na gagamitin sa mga draws.
Okay, everything is set. Game time na. Simulan natin sa big time jackpot ng Grand Lotto 655. Tonight's Grand Lotto jackpot prize, 49,938,916 pesos. Pam Cristina, please press that button and let's play the Grand Lotto 655. Maraming salamat sa ating chairperson. Sasamahan niyo ulit kami mamaya sa ating Mega Lotto 645. Meanwhile, 55 balls ang laman ng draw machine at may mga numbers na 1 to 55. Good luck po sa lahat ng may Grand Lotto tickets tonight. And the first number, 51. Grand Lotto is a pari-mutuel game. Paghahatiin equally ang jackpot prize kapag higit sa isa ang mananalo. The second number, 16. Pari-mutuel din ang mga consolation prizes. Pwede kayong mag-uwi ng prizes from 20 pesos to 200,000 pesos. And the third number, 41. Paulit-ulit namin paalala, huwag pong maging biktima ng mga text o tawag. Nagsasabing mabibigyan kayo ng tip ng winning number sa loto kapalit ng pera or cellphone load. Scam po yan. And the fourth number, 48. Bawat lotto ticket ay may security features. May kukulang parusang batas sa sino man magtatangkang mag-claim ng premyo gamit ng fake or tampered tickets. The fifth number, number 1. Isang number na lang hintayin nating piliin ang ating machine. Tutok na po sa inyong mga Grand Lotto tickets. And the sixth and final number, number 34. Recapping tonight's official Grand Lotto 655 winning numbers in any order. 51, 16, 41, 48, 1, and 34 for the jackpot prize of 49,938,916 pesos. Ikaw na kaya ang magiging Mega Millionaire ngayong gabi? Alamin na natin yan as we play the Mega Lotto 645. Tonight's Mega Lotto jackpot prize, 36,376,444 pesos. Once again, ma'am, please press that button and let's play the Mega Lotto 645. Thank you po sa aming chairperson at sa members ng ating panel of judges sa paglala ng oras para makasama namin magatid ng swerte ngayong gabi. 45 balls naman ang laman ng ating draw machine at 6 balls ang hintayin nating piliin para sa official winning combination in any order. The first number, number 6. Gaya ng Grand Lotto, pari-mutual din ng Mega Lotto 645. Kung higit sa isang jackpot winners, hahatiin equally ang jackpot prize sa bilang ng jackpot winners. And the second number, 16. Pari-mutual din naman consolation prizes ng Mega Lotto 645. Pwede kayong manalo from 20 pesos to 50,000 pesos. And the third number, number 9. Paalala lang po, huwag tutupiin, babasain at lalong huwag paplansyahin ang mga lotto tickets dahil heat sensitive po ang mga yan. And the fourth number, number 12. Mag-ingat po sa mga manloloko. Magpapanggap na jackpot winner. Papakitaan kayo ng di umano'y jackpot winning lotto tickets para mahingan kayo ng malaking halaga. And the fifth number, 13. 1-3. One more lucky number to complete our winning combination. Sana'y kayo na nga ang susunod na maging lotto milyonaryo. And the sixth and final number, number 29, Philippines. Here are the official Mega Lotto 645 winning numbers in any order. 6, 16, 9, 12, 13, and 29 for the jackpot prize of 36,376,444 pesos. Exciting prizes ng mga digit games. Hatid namin yan sa aming pagbabalik.
PCSO is open for partnership, calling all government and non-government agencies, cooperatives, and associations. Be a partner in PCSO's Partner Tayo program. Raise funds for your organization and charitable projects through a special mini sweepstakes draw. Come and visit the PCSO Product and Standard Development Department, 3rd floor, PCSO Main Office, Shaw Boulevard, Mandaluyong City. You may also go to the nearest PCSO branch in your area or email us at marketing@pcso.gov.ph. PCSO, kapartner sa pagtulong at pag-asenso ng bawat Pilipino.
Hindi naman sila pababayaan ng PCSO. Lagi nakahanda itong tumulong sa kanila.
Pagtangkilik ng PCSO Lottery Games, hatid nito ay tulong at saya. Ikaw at ang PCSO partner sa pag-unlad ng mga Pilipino.
Kung kayo po ay may mga charitable projects na nangangailangan ng pondo, pwede niyo po maging ka-partner ang PCSO sa sweepstakes draws. Bukod sa exciting cash prizes na pwedeng mapanalunan, marami po ang insentibong maibibigay ng Partner Tayo program ng PCSO sa inyong organisasyon. For more information, tawag lang po kayo sa 846-8764. Okay, digit pa premyo na po tayo. Unahin natin ang 4 na numbers ng 4-digit game. Okay, nasa 4-digit game na po tayo. This is also a pari-mutual game kung saan natin ang first prize pool equally kapag higit sa isa ang first prize winners. Kung sakali namang maraming manalo ng first prize, ginagarantiyahan ng PCSO ang 10,000 pesos na premyong mapapanalunan ng bawat first prize winner. Para manalo ng first prize, kailangan lang makuha mo in exact order ang mapipiling 4-digit winning combination. And here is our 4-digit winning combination. The first digit, 0. The second digit, 4. The third digit, number 7. And the fourth digit, number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, our 4-digit winning combination for tonight. 0, 4, 7, and 5 in exact order. Swerte ng tatlong numbers, ulitin natin. Let's play Suertes Lotto. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, Suertes Lotto players, tutok na sa inyong mga tickets. Matching the 3-digit winning combination in exact order wins you the fixed prize of 4,500 pesos. Para naman sa mga bumili ng tickets using the Rambolito System Play, 750 or 1,500 pesos ang pwede ninyong mapanalunan. At nakapili ng ating digit machines. The first digit, number 9. The second digit, 7. And the third digit, number 5. Double check your tickets, our Swertres winning combination for tonight. 9, 7, and 5 in exact order. Favorite two numbers mo, lucky kaya? Let's play Easy 2 Lotto. Easy 2 fans, favorite numbers mo like age, birth dates, anniversaries, pwedeng-pwede po yan dito sa Easy 2 Lotto. Sa bawat 10 pisong nilaro mo, fixed prize na 4,000 pesos ang premyo kung mag-match ang 2 numbers sa mapipiling Easy 2 Lotto winning combination in exact order. 2,000 pesos naman ang iuwi mo kung nanalo ka via the Rambolito System Play. At nakapila ng Easy 2 Lotto winning numbers. The first number, 30. And the second number, number 7. Recapping tonight's Easy 2 Lotto winning numbers, we have the numbers 30 and 7 in exact order. Congratulations po sa lahat ng nanalo ngayong gabi. Sa mga may tickets para sa PCSO morning and afternoon draws, mapapanood nyo po ang coverage sa PCSO website. Para sa mga winning combinations kanina, nandito po, panoorin natin. The results of our 11 a.m. draw for the Easy 2 Lotto, the winning numbers are 5 and 24 in exact order. For the Swertres Lotto, the winning combination is 4, 9, and 6 in exact order. The results of the 4 p.m. draw for the Easy 2 Lotto, we have 31 and 31. For the Swertres Lotto, the lucky numbers are 4, 0, and 3 in exact order.
Kung isa ka sa maswerteng Lotto winners, easy-easy lang mag-claim ng premyo. Isulat ang pangalan at pirmahan ang likod ng winning ticket. Kung nanalo ng 20 pesos hanggang 10,000 pesos, maaaring i-claim ang premyo sa mga authorized Lotto outlets. Sa mga winners ng mahigit sa 10,000 pesos, maliban sa jackpot, pumunta sa pinakamalapit na PCSO branch sa inyong lugar o sa PCSO main office at magdala ng 2 valid IDs. At kung jackpot winner ka, dalhin ang winning ticket at 2 valid IDs, i-claim ang inyong premyo sa PCSO main office, 605 Shaw Boulevard, Mandaluyong City.
For the benefit of those who just tuned in, ulitin ko na po ang resulta ng mga draws natin tonight. Starting off with the Easy 2 Lotto winning numbers. 30 and 7 in exact order. Swertres Lotto, 9, 7, and 5 in exact order. 4 digit, 0, 4, 7, and 5 in exact order. Mega Lotto 645 in any order. 6, 16, 9, 12, 13, and 29 for the jackpot prize of 36,376,444 pesos. That's a Grand Lotto 655 in any order. 51, 16, 41, 48, 1, and 34 for the jackpot prize of 49,938,916 pesos. May jackpot winners kaya tayo tonight. Tawagin na po natin ang ating Data Security Representative. Thank you, ma'am. Alright, for Grand Lotto 655, we have no winner. At sa Mega Lotto 645, we have 1 winner. Congratulations po! Para po sa PCSO, kung ini balita, susunod na po ang PTV News Headlines.
Public shaming sa social media, human rights violation, or a form of social surveillance.
From the term itself, online shaming, there is an act of humiliating an individual or a group by means of posting.
Ipopost ka nga ba ng tao kung wala kang ginagawang masama? Kaya mo pinapost sa social media para mag-raise din ng awareness sa mga tao.
Tutukan ang 2017 Gantingan Awardee for Most Development-Oriented Youth Program is Schoolmates. Pakinggan at panoorin ang pinakabagong programang maghahati ng balita at impormasyon patungkol sa agrikultura at pangingisda. Kasama sina Secretary Manny Piñol, Dayan Querer at Alan Alanigue. Biyahing Bukid, dito sa PTV. Kung may reklamo ka, dial 8888, the Public Complaint Hotline.
Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
Welcome to News Headlines. I'm Richmond Cruz with Charms Espina. Here are the top stories.
President Rodrigo Duterte says the bamboo triad, or 14K, and not China, is behind the supply of illegal drugs in the Philippines. The House Justice Committee approves the revised anti-hazing bill that imposes stiffer penalties for potential violators. Hazing victim Horacio Castillo III is laid to rest at the Manila Memorial Park in Parañaque City. The National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council holds the third nationwide simultaneous earthquake drill.
Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, Zhao Zhanhua, says his government has not much knowledge about Chinese drug syndicates operating in the Philippines. But he adds that China will not protect its nationals who commit crimes in the Philippines and that they need to be punished in accordance with the Filipino law. Zhao was reacting to President Rodrigo Duterte's speech last night during the 56th anniversary of the Philippine Constitution Association that the triumvirate of the Bamboo Gang, the Chinese Triad, and the 14K Syndicate, and not China, is behind the supply of illegal drugs in the Philippines. According to the president, the 14K group has been cooking crystal meth in the high seas and dumps the bins in Philippine waters where it is retrieved eventually underwater by way of GPS devices. He said the Philippines has become a transshipment of shabu to the United States. He urged the U.S. to work with the Philippines against the illegal drugs trade.
They have taken over the operations, sad to say, Chinese, but I do not mean the country and the people. In the sense that they are, most of them are really into this kind of business. I said they have decided to go international. Philippines is a transshipment of shabu to America, and it behooves upon America to work closely with the Republic of the Philippines, especially on this serious matter. We are flooded with drugs, and the locals here have been taken in, but they participate in the produce of the selling, and I think they are happy because they are protected. We have become a narco state long ago. The Philippines, the barangays is about 40% afflicted with this kind of disease, and most of them are the barangay captains.
The Children's Legal Rights and Development Center has accounted for the killing of at least 54 minors in either police operations or vigilante-style killings since July 2016, when President Duterte took office, including the recent brutal murder of 17-year-old Kian Lloyd de los Santos, 19-year-old Carl Arnaiz, and the 14-year-old Reynaldo de Guzman in the hands of policemen. One main reason for 16 out of 23 senators to sign and file the proposed Senate Resolution 516 on Monday, urging the current administration to undertake the necessary steps to stop the spate of killings, especially of our children. Both the Department of Justice and the Public Attorney's Office pointed out that the Senate resolution is better addressed to somebody else. Joy Gumatay has the rest of the story.
The Senate resolution urging the administration to act on the spate of killings, especially among minors, should be directed to police scalawags and to those who are plotting to sabotage the government's war on drugs. This according to PAO Chief Persida Rueda Acosta, after 16 of 23 senators approved of the said resolution.
I believe it's not the government killing, or the legitimate government is the one leading the killing. That's why we are helping the victims to get justice in our courts and our prosecution system. We have to cleanse the ranks, and it is not the present government which appointed this scalawags.
Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre II expressed utmost support to Acosta's statement. He said none other than President Rodrigo Duterte believes that the killings of minors were works of those against the administration, as he made it crystal clear to the police his policies for the conduct of anti-illegal drug operations.
You have to operate within the bounds of the law. I will not tolerate people shooting children. You have to overcome a resistance, whether light, slight, or serious.
Also, Secretary Aguirre reiterated that Kian de los Santos' death is just one of few isolated cases that are now under DOJ's investigation.
The record of the Metro Manila, the police, is that out of 518, nagkaroon lang na children arrested, ay ito lang kay Kian the first time na may napatay. So in other words, the first 517, hindi sila pinapatay kundi inaresto lang.
With the continued police operations versus drug trade operators, DOJ and PAO will remain working hand in hand to achieve justice for the bereaved families of innocent victims. Joy Gumatay for The Nation.
Horacio Castillo III, the nation's poster boy for the ills of violent initiation rites and brotherhood organizations, did not die in vain. On the day he was to be forever laid to rest, a committee in the lower house has green-lighted a revised and much stricter anti-hazing measure that will stiffen penalties for potential violators. This report from Marita Moaje.
Proposed revised anti-hazing law hurdles the House Justice Committee. Should this bill become law, it will prohibit all forms of hazing performed by fraternities, sororities, and gangs.
The motion for the approval of substitute bill to House Bill number 3467, principally authored by Congresswoman BH, which shall be known as the Revised Anti-Hazing Act, is approved.
There were only some amendments from the version approved by the Subcommittee on Prosecutorial Reform. The bill's main author, Representative Bernadette Herrera D., welcomed the amendments introduced by Congressman Harry Roque to impose stiffer penalty from 20 years to reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment. Congressman Winston Castelo also asked that the very act of hazing be penalized from prison mayor to reclusion temporal.
The mere occurrence of hazing shall be penalize.
The congressman says a 20-year-old anti-hazing law or the Republic Act 8049 is being repealed to accommodate stricter penalties to eventually eliminate hazing. Herrera D meanwhile admitted that she herself belongs to a sorority but has never experienced hazing. Commission on Higher Education Chairman Patricia Licuanan also believes that stricter hazing measures are mandatory.
I really believe hazing leads to all sorts of terrible things that are uncontrollable, no? Because in that setting, I'm a psychologist and I worry also, how is it possible that normally decent human beings could do this to each other?
Marita Muaje for The Nation.
Meanwhile, Casilio hazing prime suspect John Paul Solano is out of detention. But the Department of Justice says Solano has not been cleared of criminal charges arising from the incident. The full story from Joy Gumatay.
Few minutes after the internment of the hazing victim, UST freshman law student Horacio Castillo III, the Department of Justice orders the immediate release of the prime suspect, John Paul Solano, detained at the Manila Police District. But Acting Prosecutor General George Catalan Jr. says it does not mean Solano is freed from the criminal charges filed by the MPD and the parents of the victim against him.
The preliminary investigation that would be conducted would only mean that he will have the opportunity or chance to file his answer.
Solano and 16 other respondents are set to counter offenses, including murder, robbery, and violation of the anti-hazing law. Only Solano is also charged of perjury or false testimony, aside from the said 3 offenses. Rosemary Tranja, on the other hand, is the sole respondent to answer charge of obstruction of justice. To make sure that the case will move swiftly, Assistant State Prosecutor Susan Villanueva is appointed to lead a 3-man panel of prosecutors to see to it whether or not there is probable cause on the case.
If there is, we will file the case in court. If there is none, of course, we will dismiss it.
Subpoena orders have already been issued to the respondents to assure that the first session of the preliminary investigation will already be for the submission of counter affidavits. Joy Gumatay for The Nation.
The Marawi terrorist siege may finally end in a few days. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana bared this, citing information from ground commanders. Marita Muaje has the details.
The world airspace in which the mounted terrorists operate in Marawi continues to shrink. So says Defense Chief Delfin Lorenzana, who strongly hints of an impending end to the siege within the next couple weeks.
Yung area nila is lumiliit na about a week ago, mga 10 hectares na lang. Baka ngayon mga ilang hectares, couple of hectares na lang yan eh. So ang sabi naman ng ating mga commander sa ground is tapusin nila yan bago matapos ang buwan. So they have 3 days to do the job. So I am holding them responsible for fulfilling their promise.
Meanwhile, the DND top honcho Lorenzana is busy finalizing a report he will issue to the Muslim on the status of the rehabilitation scheme for the war-torn city and the reconstruction projects contained therein. He also shed light on the number of deployed personnel in the main battle area and those scattered all along the areas leading to it. He also hinted of more hostages in the building from whence recently rescued Father Chito was eventually taken and saved. Reports of women evacuees resorting to prostitution for desired ends have been swirling and has come to the attention of House Representative Ruby Sahali. An impending investigation is soon to open according to the Defense Secretary.
ASEAN, Southeast ASEAN Forum. And one of those things that cropped there was that prostitution is there already in the IDPs areas where they are lured into prostitution. Did the task force Bangon Marawi had a knowledge of it already?
Not received any such report, but we will check, Mr. Chairman.
In addition, Secretary Lorenzana also assured the Congresswoman's request to study a move to replenish Lake Lanao with fingerlings that may prove deleterious to endemic species in the lake. Finally, the defense chief made it crystal clear that there are no offers or assistance of relief from abroad being declined by the government.
I do not think our government have been rejecting offer for help, especially in the rehabilitation of Marawi, Mr. Chairman.
Marita Muaje for The Nation.
Meanwhile, Joint Task Force Marawi head Major General Rolando Bautista has an appeal to the youth of the war-torn city. This report from Alan Francisco.
The youth is the hope of the country, an often heard but meaningful cliche, especially in the context of Marawi City residents who have been severely affected and uncertainly displaced by the ongoing siege caused by the terrorist Mauti group. That is the message of Major General Rolando Bautista of Joint Task Force Marawi to the children of Marawi, particularly those students from Mindanao State University in his visit. Bautista said, these youths are the hopes to ultimately liberate Marawi City and achieve lasting peace in the country.
Sana maging hamon ito sa inyo mga kuya at ate para makamtan nyo ang inyong mga pangarap sa ikabubuti ng inyong sarili, sa ikabubuti ng inyong pamilya, sa ikabubuti ng Marawi City at ikabubuti ng ating bayan. Mga kuya, ate, mahal na mahal kayo ng inyong kasundaluhan.
Bautista is also expecting the youth to participate in the humanitarian mission. He also pointed out that the government is making sure that terrorism in Marawi City will never happen again to other places of the country. He also hopes the Marawi conflict will serve as a challenge to the youths to lift themselves and others up.
Nagpapasalamat po kami, taos puso kami pong nagpapasalamat for the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, the government of the province of Lanao del Sur. Kayo po natira kami po sa sa Bangulo, Riverside. Nakita po namin yung bahay namin na sira-sira na po. But hindi po kami nagagalit sa army. Kasi po, I do believe that they are not doing that kasi para sirain. They are doing that para lang i-save ang ating bayan.
Bautista also encouraged the youth to utilize the internet to tell the world that the Philippines is a peace-loving country. Together with RJ Guevara, I am Alan Francisco for The Nation, Marawi City.
Disaster preparedness took another step forward today with the holding of a third nationwide simultaneous earthquake drill. Bacoor, Cavite was the center of this exercise, as we hear from Eunice Samonte.
This could be the scenario in case a magnitude 7.2 earthquake hit Metro Manila. And here in Bacoor, Cavite is the nearest place the residents from the metro can go to. That's why the Office of Civil Defense, in partnership with other government agencies, the third quarter nationwide simultaneous earthquake drill. As the clock struck at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a loud siren was held in the whole province of Cavite, including Imus City, General Trias, Silang, and Bacoor. Compared to the earthquake drills before, this one is different as it has 4 unique scenarios held simultaneously in different places. In Bacoor, Cavite, held the liquefaction and the stage looting incident quickly responded by the Philippine National Police, while chemical decontamination was held in General Trias, Cavite. In Imus, Cavite, collapsed structure, search and rescue operations, and aerial rescue were held. While in Silang, Cavite, management of dead and missing was the focus of the operations.
Para handa po ang mga tao, alam nila yung gagawin sa oras na dumating. In case na mangyari ulit ang lindol, makakapag-ingat tayo tsaka hindi tayo magpapanik agad para maging handa tayo sa mangyayari sa atin.
Employees of Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board also joined the drills. According to PVOX, earthquake drills are important in preparation for the big one.
Tama yung procedure at hopefully nga, pagdating ng tunay na earthquake, ganoon pa rin ang mangyayari. But sinabi nga ni Mayor, may kasamang kaba na yan habang nagre-respond ka.
Cliché as it may seem, and since no instrument has been invented to predict a quake, the government agencies reminded the public to always duck, cover, and hold in case of land movements. Eunice Samonte for The Nation. Do you know that Vietnam was the 7th country to join the ASEAN? That was in 1995. Its name was derived from the shortened local term Bac Viet, referring to a group of people who used to live in southern China and Vietnam. Plus the word Nam meaning south. Known for its quaint villages, colonial structures, delightful healthy dishes, and rich natural resources. Vietnam became a French colony in the 19th century. After it gained independence in 1954, Vietnam was divided into two. The north became the seat of power of the Viet Minh, or the League of Vietnamese Independence, led by Ho Chi Minh, while the south became an independent Vietnam Republic. The US was one of its allies to fight off communism. With the fall of Saigon in 1975, American forces were defeated by the Communist North, and Vietnam was reunited under a socialist government. 3 years after it joined the association, its capital city of Hanoi hosted the 6th ASEAN Summit on December 15, 1998. When the leaders adopted the Hanoi Plan of Action, the very first medium-term plan to achieve the goals of Vision 2020, to narrow the development gap in the region. No ASEAN, because it is all about you.
The Philippines has improved its ranking in the World Economic Forum or WEF Global Competitiveness Report of 2017 to 2018. The country placed 56th out of 137 economies, inching up from rank 57 in last year's WEF report. It was noted that the country had biggest gains in pillars of higher education and training, up by 3 notches from the 2016 rankings, labor market efficiency up by 4 notches, and market size up by 4 notches. From 2012 to 2017 reports, the Philippines landed its best ranking in 2015 at the 47th spot. It ranked 65th in 2012, 59th in 2013, and 52nd in 2014. However, the Philippines' rankings in ASEAN declined 2 spots as Brunei Darussalam and Vietnam climbed in the Global Competitiveness Index. The Asian Development Bank has maintained growth forecast for the Philippines for this year and 2018. This is on the back of the government's aggressive infrastructure push and implementation of the tax reform. In its flagship annual economic publication, Asian Development Outlook 2017, the bank said the Philippine gross domestic product will still grow 6.5% in 2017 and 6.7% next year. It said a strong focus on infrastructure investment and implementation of tax reform will see the country continue its growth momentum through 2018. The shift to renewable energy production and consumption is inevitable, and the pace of that switch over the last few years worldwide has been inexorable. So expect the Southeast Asian region of the Pacific Rim to be a major player in such a transformation. And this is the overriding message of this gathering of managers of energy of the ASEAN member states in this year's adopted theme. Kenneth Paciente has the skinny.
Senior official on energy leaders of Association of Southeast Asian Nation gathered for the formal opening of 35th ASEAN Ministers on Energy meeting today, which concurrently kicked off the ASEAN Energy Business Forum. Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi warmly welcomed the delegates for the both activities. With the theme One ASEAN Community Through Resilient and Sustainable Energy, Secretary Cusi said that each country under ASEAN need to unite and come up with an effective plan of strengthening the energy sector of each country in the region.
We will need great commitment, bold ideas, and innovative solutions in our pursuit to make our tomorrows better than today. This is an endeavor that can only be realized if it is built on the foundations of regional and public-private cooperation.
Cusi is also hoping that these meetings will pave the way to encourage more developed countries to invest in ASEAN.
I call on our friends from other countries to help us on this journey. We welcome your expertise, your experience, as well as your investments to help power growth in this region.
These ASEAN ministerial meetings will last for 5 days. Activities have been divided into ASEAN Ministers of Energy meetings, Senior Officials Meeting on Energy, and the ASEAN Center for Energy for Technical Support Consultations and Dialogue. Tomorrow's bilateral meetings between the delegates are expected to yield positive results. Kenneth Pasyente for The Nation.
Philippine share prices rebounded today after 3 days of a losing streak. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index gained 51.78 points or 0.63% to 8,221.92. The broader all shares climbed 19.23 points or 0.40% to 4,851.09. More than 1.650 billion shares valued at 10.459 billion pesos changed hands. Winners led losers 106 to 103 and 39 issues were unchanged.
Hi guys, let's head on to our update on the weather for this evening. For those of you heading out for this Baclaran West Day and the last day of Wednesday of the month, we are looking at clear skies for most parts of Luzon and Visayas. We are not monitoring any tropical cyclone. However, a rainy weather system continues to bring overcast clouds over most parts of southern Visayas as well as here in Mindanao. This is ITCZ, a form of wind convergence of trained winds forming thunderstorm clouds for 3 to 5 more days. As for tomorrow's forecast, we advise those living in flood-prone and landslide-prone areas to stay alert. The ITCZ will bring more showers over most parts of Davao region as well as here in Caraga region and the rest of Soxargen. As for the rest of the country, based on tonight's regional forecast maps of Pag-asa, in northern Luzon, we are looking at partly cloudy skies over portions of La Union and portions of Cordillera Administrative Region. Sunny skies is in the forecast for Cagayan Valley and Batanes Group of Islands. Meanwhile, Central Luzon will enjoy sunny skies tomorrow. This includes Metro Manila as well as the rest of Calabarzon, Pampanga, Zambales, and Bataan. Now heading down south over southern Luzon, partly cloudy skies and isolated rain showers will be more likely, especially over Bicol provinces. As for those of you in the Visayas, prepare for rain showers in the afternoon or evening over summer provinces, while good weather is expected over Panay Island, Cebu, and Bohol, as well as here in most parts of Palawan. Meanwhile, a new low-pressure system was spotted outside the Philippine area of responsibility, still several hundreds of kilometers east of Mindanao. Now, Pag-asa says it may enter PAR boundary by tomorrow morning, and we will continue to monitor for developments. Meanwhile, here's our Metro Cities forecast for Thursday. And that's the latest for now. We will be back for more updates only here on PTV Info Weather.
News headlines will return with more news here at home right after this short break. Stay tuned.
The fish are eating. So should you, anak.
Thank you.
You're welcome, anak.
What does anak mean? It means my child.
Magtanim ng kaalaman. Umani ng kasaganaan. Mag-agri tayo tuwing Sabado ng umaga dito sa PTV.
Ako po si Jojo, 2 dekada ng driver sa kumpanya. Nung bago po ako dito, 2 pa lang ang delivery van ni Sir. Sa tagal ng panahon, ang dami nang nabago sa kumpanya. Lumago ang negosyo, dumami ang tauhan, at dumagdag ang mga sasakyan. Takbo ng buhay ko, eto, 2 na anak. Noon, napag-aaral ko pareho. Ngayon, sa hirap ng buhay, stop muna sila. Tinutulungan man ako ni Mama sa bahay, kuryente, tubig, pagkain. Halos kulang pa. Kaya magkapatid, nagtitinda na rin para makapag-aral.
Sa bagong tax reform law, wala nang buwis si Jojo. Ito'y karagdagang 10,000 pesos kada taon para sa kanyang pamilya. Maaaring hindi malaking halaga sa'yo. Ngunit para kay Jojo, malayo na ang mararating nito. Change equals chance, pagkat napakaraming buhay ang pwedeng umarangkada sa tax reform law.
GSIS benefits and programs, pag-uusapan natin sa GSIS Members Hour. Kilalanin ang industriya ng kalakalang pandagat sa kauna-unahang programang pangmarino. Yan ang Marino.
I'd like to invite everybody to watch PTV4 and listen to Radyo ng Pilipino. Alam mo, maraming issues at maraming reklamo ang Pilipino. Sabi nila, yung iba, gusto nilang makinig sa akin at sasagutin ko. Further education. At gusto lang nilang malaman kung ano yung katotohanan. Only the truth because hindi ho amin to. It's owned by the people. You deserve nothing but the truth. Yan ang pangako.
Sa totoo lang, kasama si Erwin Tulfo.
I promise you that totoo ito lahat, walang drama, walang intriga.
Hazing victim Horacio Castillo was laid to rest today. The remains of the UST law freshman was buried at the Manila Memorial Park in Parañaque City. Castillo succumbed to injuries from hazing involving members of the Aegis Juris Fraternity. Here's Pao Requesto with a story.
The fight for justice continues even after Horacio Atio Castillo III has been laid to rest. Family members, friends, and schoolmates of Atio packed the Santuario de San Antonio Parish as they bid farewell to the 22-year-old law student. Some wore shirts and pins with the statement, "Justice for Horacio," printed on them. In his homily, Father Wilson Cabading said, Atio's death is not meaningless, but rather a motivation to decry the deaths of many individuals for the sake of so-called brotherhood.
How many deaths should there be in order for us to realize that there is always something wrong with a brotherhood that seeks to harm in order to bond?
In a brief eulogy after the Mass, Atio's father Horacio Jr. reminisced the time his son was born. He also described Atio as the best son any parent could ever have.
He is full of life and aspiration. He is righteous and kind to all. He believed in God. He was a man for others.
Atio was laid in the family's mausoleum at the Manila Memorial Park. After the funeral, Atio's uncle Jerry Castillo had fighting words for the Aegis Juris Fraternity.
You've lost a great member. You've lost a great neophyte. Can you imagine if you did not kill him? He would have made your fraternity great. This is the end of your fraternity. Believe me, this is the end of it. I don't know if any neophyte will ever join your organization.
Pauline Requesto for The Nation.
Portraits of Filipino heroes instead of elected and other officials will soon be displayed inside government offices. This in accordance with a directive of President Rodrigo Duterte, who has banned government offices from displaying portraits of himself and other officials. In Memorandum Circular 25, all government offices were directed to display or exhibit the photographs, paintings, or other forms of visual representations of Philippine heroes in lieu of the photographs, paintings, or other forms of visual representations of the elected or appointed government officials.
It was one of his on-the-stump promises as then-mayor candidate from Mindanao, followed up early on into his presidency last year with an edict to cover only the executive department. Now, with more calls from various stakeholders growing louder, the president wants this presidential initiative and the object of public clamor institutionalized to cover all and sundry. The latest on the Freedom of Information bill in this report from Julius de Samburon.
The Presidential Communications Office clarified the importance of the passage of Freedom of Information Bill. In a one-on-one interview with PTV News, Communications Assistant Secretary Chris Ablan said the administration is committed to being transparent with the public.
Kaya nga niya nilagdaan ang Executive Order number 2 dahil importante sa kanya ang freedom of information. Tayo ang communication arm ng government. Ginagamit natin ang facilities ng Philippine Information Agency, ang RTVM, ang PTV, ang Radyo Pilipinas para maipaalam sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin kung ano bang FOI.
Ablan added that the FOI stakeholders have the support of House Committee on Public Information Chairperson Bernadette Herrera D, who pledged to prioritize the proposed bill.
You know, information is power. Kung hindi nakakuha ng ating mga kababayan ng information, they are powerless. So ang gusto ni President Duterte, makuha nila yung information para malaman din nila kung anong ginagawa ng gobyerno, anong ang iba't ibang mga programa. Tama ba yung ginagawa ng isang opisyal? Nasa tama ba siya? Nasa mali ba siya?
Meanwhile, FOI advocates composed of government agencies and civil groups tackled urgent concerns in the FOI, such provisions on exemptions, privacy, and procedures.
With the issuance of EO number 2, more and more people are starting to be aware that there is such right. Government agencies were forced to confront how they should deal with requests. That forced the issue of establishing protocols, which is a very good thing.
The result lead to better transparency, but also due and proportional respect, in the words of Chairman Liboro, for privacy that really should be accorded to people in government. But not just the bosses, but also particularly the rank and file.
Also included in the consultation were the rules and regulations in parallel with the implementation of President Rodrigo Duterte's executive order on the freedom of information. Julius de Samburon for The Nation.
Secretary Roy Simatu will have to wait for a few more days before the powerful Commission on Appointments acts on his designation as head of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. The panel deferred voting on his confirmation and set another hearing on Wednesday, October 4. More details from Sweden, Velado.
Environment Secretary Roy Simatu rejected Quezon City government's request to reopen the Payatas landfill before the end of 2017. He's looking at closing it permanently due to violations of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources regulations.
Number one, the leachate collection system is no longer working, meaning untreated water goes directly to the water body. Number two, the slope of truss has exceeded 21% slope, which may result in the transslide. Number three, no available area for dumping.
This was the first issue raised by Senate Majority Floor Leader Tito Soto when Simatu appeared before the Commission on Appointments again for his confirmation as DENR Secretary. On the Payatas issue, Simatu added that their agency also cannot provide environmental clearance certificate to the dump site due to polluted air it brings to residents who live near the area.
The studies shows that those people staying there for a lot of time, then they may be they might have accumulated a lot of poison in their lungs.
Meanwhile, Senator Lauren Legarda openly expressed support to Simatu's confirmation.
The secretary should be confirmed immediately because the environment is in crisis.
The hearing was suspended until next week, but Senator Manny Pacquiao is confident that Simatu will pass through the powerful CA.
Hindi ganun kalakas yung opposition, especially today na nasagot niya ng tama yung mga hard questions na binato sa kanya. So, maganda naman.
Simatu replaced former Environment Secretary Gina Lopez after her ad interim appointment was rejected by the Commission on Appointments. Sweden Velado for The Nation.
The leadership in government's administration of higher learning is finally resolved. After weeks of squabbling and legal wrangling, President Rodrigo Duterte's handpicked appointee is now officially in place, notwithstanding an appellate court's earlier ruling to uphold the stay of the previous executive director. The details from Ria Fernandez.
Commission on Higher Education or CHED Chairperson Patricia Licuanan clarifies that presidential appointee Carol Marquis, not Attorney Julito Vitriolo, is their executive director.
Well, I thought we could handle this all internally. I don't like washing dirty linen in public, no? But I wanted you to be clear that Attorney Vitriolo is not the executive director of CHED. At the moment, we do have an executive director. He has been there since, appointed by the president. He has been there since June, and that is Mr. Carol Marquis.
The Ombudsman dismissed Vitriolo last January for his failure to stop an unregistered university from issuance of diploma. Thereafter, President Duterte appointed Yi last July, replacing Vitriolo. However, after a month, the Court of Appeals ruled in favor of Vitriolo's petition to review the Ombudsman's decision. This eventually reinstated Vitriolo to his position. Licuanan asserts the CA ruling is not yet final and executory since complainant Oliver Felix still has a pending motion for reconsideration. Her bases were the advice of their legal team and the response of Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Menardo Guevara of Malacanang to their clarification letter.
Unless it is, we have the final executory judgment, which will come after a period of appeals, no? Then it is not executory, and that is what we stand by.
Licuanan saw the need to clarify the issue after Vitriolo publicly introduced himself as CHED Executive Director. Licuanan then issued a memo indicating that anything signed by Vitriolo is null and void.
It's a little uncomfortable here at CHED.
Meanwhile, Vitriolo's camp believes the court order is final and unappealable as clearly stated on Section 27 of the Republic Act 6770 or the Ombudsman Act of 1989. They also said that the palace reply can be considered a directive since a legal opinion can only come from Solicitor General, Justice Secretary, or General Counsel. Vitriolo says it's not his problem anymore if others defy the law. Despite the seemingly power struggle, work in Vitriolo's office continues. As a matter of fact, a tarpaulin bearing the welcome greeting from his staff is posted outside his office. Ria Fernandez for The Nation.
In news overseas, you have brick, a simple slab of baked clay that has been a vital building material around the world for millennia. But traditional brick-making methods produce pollution that threatens health and the climate. As VOA's Steve Baragona reports, better, cleaner methods do exist. But the industry is now poorly regulated and change is a challenge.
Roughly 300 billion bricks per year come out of kilns across South Asia. In India alone, this one industry creates nearly 10% of the country's soot, a health hazard and a potent contributor to climate change. Nearly all of the kilns follow one basic design, according to Sachin Kumar at India's Energy Research Institute.
The existing technology of brick making in India is bull trench kiln, which is highly polluting and energy consuming.
The Bull's Trench kiln dates back to the 19th century. The Energy Research Institute and others have been promoting another method, which uses a zigzag kiln, named for the way the air moves through the bricks.
So this technology of zigzag kiln is better than the bull trench kiln, not only in terms of energy performance, but also in terms of environmental emissions.
Kumar says black carbon emissions from the zigzag kiln are about 75% lower, and it uses 15 to 20% less fuel. That saves owners money, a good reason to switch. But experts say lack of information, weak regulation, and poor enforcement are barriers to change. For starters, authorities generally do not know where all the kilns are located. But Stanford University researchers are working on a way to map them from space. Stephen Luby saw the kiln's smoke plumes while flying over India.
So then I got thinking, well, wait a minute. If I can do this sitting in a plane, we must be able by remote satellite to detect these as well.
Luby's team used high-resolution data from a European satellite. They combined visual imagery with the kiln's heat signature, says research assistant Abhilash Sundar Raj.
Our algorithm actually detects these kilns very well. In fact, in the small district we are looking at, It found brick kilns which the ground team did not find during their data collection.
Mapping is just the first step. Redesigned kilns may be cheaper to operate, but retrofits cost money up front. Luby's team plans to study incentives for owners to change. And owners need technical help too, notes Sachin Kumar.
Apart from the financial challenge, I think one of the major issue for the existing entrepreneur will be availability of the local service providers, because they are the one who can help him, who can guide him in adopting the zigzag technology.
It's a big job. Across South Asia, there are tens of thousands of Bulls Trench kilns to retrofit.
It's one day to go before the closing ceremonies of the 5th Asian Indoor and Martial Arts Games in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. Still, Team Philippines continues to reap victory at the quadrennial event. The details from Kaesun Sean.
Team Philippines won 3 separate sporting disciplines on Tuesday at the ongoing 2017 IMAG in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. In billiards, Pinay pool artist Rubilan Amit successfully surpassed her bronze medal in 2013, opposite Siming Chen of China in the finals of the women's 10-ball pool singles. It was a slow start for Amit, which brought the race to 7 racks to a crucial match. From a 3-6 disadvantage, Amit was disabled to raise the competition to 5-6. It was just 1 win away from a tie, but Chen had a good break in the next round, which led to the Philippine bet settling for a silver medal with a score of 5-7.
I'm happy with the result. Kahit na kinapos dun sa huli, but I'm happy with the performance. It was a good fight, good match.
In dance sport, Gerald Hamili and Cherry Parcon finished with a bronze medal in the Latin dance jive, after collecting 32.876 points behind Korea and China. The pair also ended up 4th place in the Rumba style.
Nandun yung mga kalaban namin talaga sa Asian Championship, even sa World Open na nag-represent ng Asia, na magagaling din. But still, thank you Lord, and thank you PSC, thank you POC.
In chess, it's 1 silver and bronze medal each from the Philippine chess team as well. International master Paulo Bersamina and IM Jan Manuel Garcia were silver medalists at the men's rapid team under-23 event, after dealing with the host Turkmenistan in the semis and dealing with the People's Republic of China in the finals.
Bigla kaming sinerte, siya biglang nanalo, tapos ako hanggang dulo losing, pero somehow natabla, so nanalo kami 0.5 kalaban namin Turkmenistan.
Masaya po yung feeling kasi mas magaan yung mga kalaban, pero magagaling din po talaga.
Aside from this, also making it to the podium finish were first Filipino woman Grand Master Janelle May Fraina and woman FIDE Master Shenya May Mendoza, opposite Kazakhstan.
There's too much pressure, hindi namin baga, mixed emotion masaya and relief na sa wakas naka-medal kami.
Kay Asuncion for The Nation.
Both camps of the Cleveland Cavaliers and 3-time NBA champion Dwayne Wade agreed to a $2.3 million one-year deal. This after his former team Chicago Bulls and Wade agreed to buy out his contract. Among the teams Wade allegedly considered were the Oklahoma City Thunder, San Antonio Spurs, and the Miami Heat, where he played for almost his entire career. Wade has an average 23.3 points, 5.7 assists, and 4.8 rebounds in 14 NBA seasons, which the Cavaliers will depend on in place of Isaiah Thomas, who will temporarily be out of until January due to a hip injury.
President Rodrigo Duterte says the Bamboo Triad, or 14K, and not China, is behind the supply of illegal drugs in the Philippines. The House Justice Committee approves the revised anti-hazing bill that imposes stiffer penalties for potential violators. Hazing victim Horacio Castillo III is laid to rest at the Manila Memorial Park in Parañaque City. The National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council holds the 3rd nationwide simultaneous earthquake drill.
And those were the most significant stories for the day. I'm Richmond Cruz with Charms Espina.
And this is News Headlines.
This year, ASEAN turns 50. ASEAN member states have enjoyed decades of peace. And today, we are the 6th largest economy in the world. We are now more connected than ever. But how did we do it? We, the people of ASEAN, are working together to improve the way we live and the way we do business. We connect businesses and people. We preserve peace, human security, and uphold the rules-based ASEAN community. We improve schools, roads, and hospitals. We are now more prepared and resilient in times of emergencies. We make it easier for people to travel, work, and study across the region, creating a community of opportunities. So what's next? ASEAN will invest in skills and education to make sure each person can reach their potential and contribute to our community. ASEAN will cooperate more closely to achieve a more connected and inclusive economy that is able to compete globally. We shared one vision, one identity, one community. We are ASEAN.
Hindi na bago sa atin na may mga Pilipinang nare-rape sa Middle East countries kung saan sila nagtatrabaho. Pero dapat na itong mabago. Ang simpleng payo ng NGO leaders na nakakausap namin sa abroad ay magsimula ang proteksyon sa sarili. Huwag magdamit ng maselan sa paningin. Kaya nga sa mga babaeng Muslim, pati ang buhok ay tinatakpan ng hijab. Para sa kanila, bahagi ng tukso ang buhok na nakalaylay.
Bakit kayo nagsusuot ng ganyan sa ulo? Di ba yun mainit sa pakiramdam?
It's a religion practice kasi mga bata pa kami, sinasanay na kami ng aming mga magulang. So actually at the age of 7, sa Islam, kailangan ma-practice na namin hindi lang yung pagsuot ng itong hijab, but to wear a proper dress. Kasi yung hijab hindi lang naman siya pang ulo lang eh. It's actually the proper wearing of the whole dress na kailangan matakpan yung mga dapat takpan sa katawan ng isang babae. Kailangan, kahit saan kami pumunta, dapat in a proper dress kami.
Alam nyo ba na hindi lang sa babae may dress code sa Islamic countries? Maiiwasan din ang tukso ng mga Pilipinong nare-rape kung may senyalis sila ng respeto sa Islam. Sundin ang payo ng tulad ng isang Indonesian imam na ito.
There is a dress code also for the men. Principally, the man has to use the polite dress and must use the like hat, kopia. It is called kopia, and the dress code for the men using koko.
Upang hindi ka mabiktima sa dik, ito ang aming tips. Dapat ang katawan ay palaging balot na balot at wag na wag magtanggal ng saplot, lalo na sa pagtulog. Baka habang buhay kang mabangungot. Kung ang amo ay may masamang pagtatangka sa tingin pa lamang, hindi masamang maging praning paminsan-minsan. Tumawag sa otoridad na pwedeng pagsumbungan. Kapag huli na ang lahat, dyan ka mapapahamak. Ang OFW ay dangal ng Pilipino.
Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
A typhoon has just struck the coast of Malaysia, and hundreds of people are missing. Survivors are being picked up by helicopter and taken to hospital. Sniffer dogs are on standby to help search any houses. But thankfully, none of this is real. It is actually a training exercise carried out by the ASEAN Regional Forum.
It's an exercise bringing together the civilian and the military force and having a joint exercise in preparing ourselves in case there is a disaster. How will countries come together to respond as one?
The training scenarios also include a chemical leak to make sure all the equipment is in working order should it be required in the real world.
Having a good system or having a good institutional mechanism is one, but unless you practice it, you would never know whether it will really work at a time of disaster or not.
The political security community is about more than responding to problems. It is about preventing them as well. Since it was formed to today, ASEAN has ensured the entire region has remained at peace, providing a solid foundation for economic development as well as socio-cultural opportunities. The Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia came into existence in 1976 and remains the key code of conduct governing interstate relations in the region. It lays out numerous fundamental principles, including mutual respect for the independence and sovereignty of all nations, non-interference in the internal affairs of one another, and the settlement of differences by peaceful means. In 1995, government leaders signed a treaty to make ASEAN a nuclear weapon-free zone to further promote peace in the region. By providing a platform for countries and parties involved in any disputes and tensions, ASEAN is able to keep all conflicting parties present in negotiations and continue exploring options towards peaceful solutions. And it isn't just talking within the 10 countries that has kept the region safe. Over the past few years, ASEAN has deepened and strengthened its relations across Asia and the world. ASEAN's continued cooperation with its international partners promotes peace, stability, prosperity, and the development of the region. Not only are there regular ASEAN meetings between the foreign ministers, but there are also East Asia summits, which allow ASEAN to have a real impact on issues in the wider region. ASEAN is actively engaging its dialogue partners to further enhance dialogue and cooperation with them. The ASEAN Plus One meetings with the world's superpowers mean that despite their size, ASEAN countries can have a real impact on global politics. And by adopting coordinated, cohesive, and coherent positions on issues, and by responding collectively to emerging challenges, ASEAN is seen as being a reliable player in the global community.
By talking, by discussing, by being transparent, this is actually promoting trust building. This is building confidence. So it's definitely one of the most successful framework, I would say, in this age and time to promote peace and stability in the region. So, and of course, this trickles down to the safety and security of the people as well.
And looking after its people is ASEAN's main concern. The political security community promotes political development in adherence to the principles of democracy, the rule of law and good governance, and respect for the promotion and protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms as inscribed in the ASEAN Charter.
What are countries but about people? So you have a people-centered ASEAN. And what is it about people that is important? People have rights. People want to live decent lives. They want to have protection from fear. They do not want to live in fear.
When you're dealing with lives, I think the best teacher of all is experience. And the experiences of a collective of nations, is really better than just one nation looking inward.
ASEAN uses the political security community to create a rules-based union of shared values and norms, which is cohesive, peaceful, and resilient. By bringing the 10 nations together, it gives a shared responsibility for security, which allows Southeast Asia to be a dynamic and outward-looking region in an increasingly integrated and interdependent world.
Years ago, a vision took shape. A vision of a region united, prosperous, peaceful, teeming with the bounties of nature, steeped in history and culture, home to hardy people, where resilience, creativity, and industry are nurtured. And though there is diversity in our way of life and traditions, we stand on common ground. 600 million strong, our voices will rise as we take on the future as one. One vision, one identity, one community. We are strong. We are ASEAN.
ครับผมชื่อผู้ใหญ่จรัญฮันเฮครับชีวิตการทำนานั้นก็ไม่ค่อยจะสู้ดีนักเพราะว่าการตลาดการค้านั้นมันแคบเพราะว่าการเข้าสู่อาเซียนนะครับมีความสำคัญมากครับเพราะว่าก็อาจจะทำให้การส่งออกของประเทศไทยนั้นมีการส่งออกที่ง่ายขึ้นแล้วก็มีราคาดีขึ้นครับผม
It's on the smallest farms like this one in Thailand that ASEAN's economic community is being built one step at a time. Trade tariffs between ASEAN countries are being eliminated, so farmers and manufacturers can export their products more competitively across the whole region. The AEC enhances trade in Southeast Asia through liberalization and facilitation and provides bigger and new opportunities for all businesses. It means qualified produce and products from one country can easily be exported to the 9 other countries within ASEAN, where they can be imported without incurring tariffs or taxes. That means markets like this one in Phnom Penh can sell their goods at a cheaper price than ever before, which is great news for consumers. Efforts towards building an ASEAN economic community have been taking place since 2007. There are 4 pillars within the AEC. The aim of the single market and production base is for there to be a free flow of goods, a free flow of services, a free flow of investment, a free flow of skilled labor, and a freer flow of capital. The creation of the competitive economic region seeks to foster a culture of fair competition and protect consumers across the whole region. The equitable economic development aims to narrow the development gap within and among member states and relieve poverty in all 10 countries. And the 4th pillar is integration into the global economy. And trade and economic cooperation aren't just within Southeast Asia. Trade agreements are also in place between ASEAN and China, Japan, South Korea, India, Australia, and New Zealand. Chung Yan-Fai has been importing goods from China into his shop in Kuala Lumpur for the past 15 years and says it's now easier than ever to do business with his Asian neighbors.
There's a relationship with China and ASEAN. There are a lot of things that you can buy from there, It's very important. You can see on the street.
And it's not just a one-way street. ASEAN exports a huge amount of products to China as well,